Welcome back, everybody. Words from the Nerds podcast here. We're back for another amazing episode coming at you weekly for some more amazing content, all of the fun, nerdy news, TV shows, movies, and more. My name is Ben. I am, of course, joined by my two lovely co-hosts, Aiden and Charlie. I'll get to them in a second. First things first, like, comment, and subscribe if you are new here. For the comments, if you do leave something on this video, we go through them every single week, read through them, and any topics of conversation or questions that we get, we discuss them. So, hopping into last week's episode with some of the comments there, we have 11 comments from Mimish, as well as an additional reply on one of them from Brandon. So, gonna group these together a little bit. First one, as expected, but still appreciated. Hashtag best podcast ever. Bless up, me, Mitch.
Whoa.
Thank you very
Never
much.
expected. Never expected. What the fuck are you talking about? Never expected.
I expect the support from Mimish at this point, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't make it less special, but I still think it's going to happen every episode. The day that we don't see that, that's unexpected. That'll be sad.
Yeah, I just don't want Mimish to feel like he has to. I don't want you to feel like you have to, Mimish. All right.
You do. Yeah, he does. I mean,
yeah, you do, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Keep it coming.
And then there was a grouping of comments all about Obsession. The first one saying hashtag Obsession is the best film of 2026 so far. Another one, Obsession has rocked my world, guys. And then finally, can we talk about the score in Obsession? The composer did such a great job to the point I had to DM him saying, wow. The fact that this was like a $750K budget was actually a motivation for me. I just have a huge urge to do more horror shorts since it's what I love. Words from the Nerds short film, when? We will be talking about Obsession later, but I don't know if the three of us are really capable of doing anything quite like that. It sounds fun. I used to think that I wanted to get into something with like filmmaking, but I don't know. It's such a hard thing to actually do. So, yeah, but we'll be talking about Obsession here in just a little bit. This next one is kind of aimed more at Charlie. It says, can I just say, I feel like I'm a positive guy when it comes to shows/films, but I want to say thank you guys so much for never mentioning that absolute dog water of a show called Euphoria. Hashtag best podcast ever. Which Charlie has mentioned briefly a couple of times since he's been, for some reason, watching the show.
For some reason, it's just because I like to watch stuff, Benjamin. I know that you're a fake consumer of content. Okay, I'm actually out here getting down to the nitty gritty and the real stuff. All right, you just want to sit back and watch whatever popular thing some people are talking about at that time and place. But guess what, man? I'm on the ground. I'm getting down in the nitty gritty. I understand how things are
down
and
dirty with Euphoria. Is that what you're saying right now?
Yeah, man. Just watched yesterday's episode. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like watching stuff, so have you watched the movies that you have to watch as a punishment?
No, I haven't been. And you know fucking why? Because I've been watching Attack on Titan, bitch. I've been watching Attack on fucking Titan. I'm at the end of season 3, bitch. That's what I've been fucking doing. I've been grinding that shit, boy. I've been grinding that shit.
All right.
I've been grinding that shit, bro.
All right, we got
like one more Mimish
knew
comment,
it.
and then the rest of them are all Attack on Titan. So we'll go through them, and then I'll let you guys kind of go from there. But the last non-Attack on Titan comment from Mimish says, "Can we get a high MJ vocal from each of the cast? Let's see who has the best pitch."
Fuck.
Charlie, go ahead, lead us away. Oldest first.
Fuck. I don't even know if my mic's gonna pick it up. So if like it cuts out, then like just know that I'm doing it really high, but my mic's just not picking it up.
Yeah.
I have the deepest voice of all of us, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
I can't do I can't do that shit, bro.
Aiden,
Banger. All right, are we going for the highest or the best?
it says best pitch.
Dude, that pitch was so off.
Best pitch.
Oh, I forgot to turn this off.
That's
That
pretty
was
good.
cinema, bro.
And
That
you know
was
what?
cinema.
Your mic actually picked up like the whole thing, whereas Charlie.
Did mine actually cut out? Did it cut out?
Yeah, definitely for most of it. All right.
I think I heard that echo in your room. I feel like I heard that echo.
It could have. I think
think I
my
heard
pitch was
that
terrible, but
rewind.
we went for it.
What a moment.
All right,
I love
gonna
it.
zoom through these. Some of these are time-stamped comments with him talking about specific Attack on Titan things. So let me just go through these in kind of chronological order. First one saying, wait, you started Attack on Titan? OMG, Charlie, your world is going to be rocked. The next one saying, yo, I might have a cheeky hot take. I'm not a huge fan of Mikasa. Like,
Mikasa.
she's cool.
Mikasa.
Mikasa. Like, she's cool and all, but she actually pisses me off more than me loving her. For me, it's, and this is his ranking
wow.
he's giving, which is Levi Irwin. And then he says, oh my God, Irwin. Had to say it twice. Great character building, though. And then, is it Reiner or Rainer?
Rhina.
Rhina, yeah.
Rhina. And then after that, says, whoa, Aiden, worst part of the show is season 1 middle part. I have to vividly disagree, my friend. My rankings for the seasons are season 2, season 1, season 3, season 4, then the finale, saying there's too many parts with the finale, so I slapped it all in one.
Yeah, I think that's still kind of blasphemous. I think the show, I finished it over the weekend. That's why I haven't been able to start Chuck, because I wanted to finish Attack on Titan, because Charlie asked about watching my reactions, and I was like, the only reason he'd be asking is if he's at least done with season 2. So I was on to you. I knew that you were chugging away.
Wait, how did you know that? Wait, how would you know that? Just based off of
it was either the female Titan arc at the end of season 1, or it was Rhina and Bertolds. I was like, those are the only 2 moments I feel like he would have wanted to go seek out a reaction. Sure. Other than that, the build of the beginning and middle of season 1, there's not really anything that you'd want to go like seek out, unless it were anything with the female Titan or some season 2 action. So I ended up finishing Attack on Titan. I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to record a reaction. I need to finish this because I'm going to have to see how it ends, talk about it, whatever. So I finished it, and I'm trying to find his ranking here, but I think and I've gone back and forth on this. Season 2 is amazing. I think the seasons only get better as you go. The only thing I was thinking about was, I think season 3, there's an argument season 3 is better than season 4. I personally like season 4 and then 3, 2, 1. I think they just get better as you go. But I think having season 4, which I don't know if he was going from best to worst, if he's saying that season 2 is the best, then season 1, then 3 and 4, I think is crazy. If he's saying it's season 4, 3, 1, and 2, I still think that's crazy, because I think season 2 is dang near perfect. But either way, Mimish, I gotta disagree, man. I think you're tripping a little bit. I think it goes in order from worst to best, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could see an argument for 1, 2, 4, 3, but I mean, we'll see.
What are you specifically talking about in like the mid part of season 1 that you don't like? Which part of that?
They do a lot of the time jumps, a lot of the training, right?
Oh,
we get a lot of the going out there, and
so the in between. Are you talking about the 2 colossal Titan attacks?
Yes. Well, I think what for me, it really picked up with the female Titan arc when they go out and they encounter the female Titan.
Yeah.
That, and then the rest of season 1, and then from episode 1 to Aaron finally becoming a scout. That middle part in between both of those moments is, and I say it's the slowest part of the entire show because the entire show is so peak. That is like kind of the only moment that is just like kind of slow. There's not a ton going on. You're still world building. You're still setting the tone. And then from then on out, you get to play around with the Rhina and Bertolt moments and things like that. So that is what I meant by I think it's the slowest.
Okay.
So take me through season 1. All right. From when we left off, when we got your thoughts last week to the end of season 1. Take me through your viewing of that. Your thoughts, what you were thinking.
Well, it's interesting. I asked you why you thought that I wanted to see a reaction to that stuff, because in reality, what I actually wanted to see like the first thing that happened, I was like, I need to see what Aiden thought when he was watching this. It was just Aaron getting eaten and then him turning into a Titan. Like
yes.
That's literally it. Like when I saw that, I was like, what that is crazy. I mean, I knew Aaron had to be alive. I mean, I don't know anything about the show, but I can get the sense that he's the main character. So I'm like, all right, there's no way he's not dead, but I still just want to see what Aiden thought about this. But I mean, when I saw, I want to say I had a feeling that was Aaron. When that Titan first started punching the other Titans right above Mikasa, I was like, because honestly, for me, it's the hair, bro, on all these Titans. You can kind of get an idea, bro. They really just show you with the hair. And I was like, I mean, there's a lot of people with black hair in this show, but like, it kind of looks like Aaron a little bit. Not the face, but just like the hair. It's a little bit longer, obviously, than Aaron's, but I was just like, I don't know, that kind of gives me that vibe. But then still, like, seeing him emerge from it and everything was still a really cool moment. Gosh, and I mean, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but just it talks back to season 1 stuff and everything like that, specifically with like Marco and everything like that. Like I just watched that episode where like we see what happened. And it's like that kind of stuff is just crazy to me. Like it adds so much context to moments back then that I guess maybe to put it in simple terms, the reason I think I like it so much is like I'm comparing it to something like the Boys right now, where it seems like the Boys very much, not to talk about this episode yet. I know we're going to talk about that later in the episode, but the Boys, it's very evident so far that they were just flying by the seat of their pants, making shit up as they went, even though they had comics to follow along with. But versus this, like it's like they had the ideas from the very start, and they knew how to get to those, and they knew how they were going to call back to them eventually in the future. And it's just like it's so well strung together, and you see how like any questions you might have, you can trust that eventually they're going to get answered. Which maybe that's a little bit of an annoying thing for me, is like a lot of the time I'm like, dude, I want to know about that. Like fucking like tell me, like let me know, and let me find out what happened. That kind of stuff is a little annoying to me. And obviously there's little things like Aaron is still, even in season 3 now, but from season 1 and on, especially, like he's still like a whiny ass. Like, Aaron, lock the fuck in, brother. You're top, like you are top dog, especially after learning you're top dog. And like you need to be locking in right now, bro. Not like, eat me, please. Oh my God, just eat me. Like, stop, bro. What are you doing? And then also, like, every time that he finds out one of their friends is a Titan, like, no, it can't be them. Everybody else is like, we're universally deciding, yep, it's them. Aaron's like, no, guys, it can't be. Trust me. Like, shut up, bro, please. But I don't know, man. Season 1, like, dude, the Annie revelation to me, I was like, holy shit. Like the way they handled that, like the audience doesn't know until after our main characters know. And I love that. I love how that all comes to fruition. They're trying to lead her down into the fucking into the underground caves and everything like that. And she's like, no, I don't think I want to do that. This place is seemingly, luckily for us, just completely abandoned. And then we start seeing all the people hiding everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
Dude, when they cut and they're all just hiding behind roofs, and Armin's like,
bro.
Annie, please, just come on. And I was like, oh my god, dude, no way.
So fucking good. And then season 2. Honestly, for some reason, most of season 2 is a blur for me, other than, of course, like the very end with Aaron and the new ability he learns. And then, of course, oh my gosh, just
I was about to say, is it a blur?
Well, I mean, just that last little part, but is not like fucking Ervin, like advance, and he gets fucking picked up, and everyone's like, Commander, I said advance, god damn it! Oh fuck, bro, that was up, bro. That was so fucking fire.
Like, Captain America doesn't have shit on Commander Erwin, bro.
Dude.
Oh my god, bro.
That shit, like, listen, here's my piece with it, and like, I understand it though, even though I'm saying this. I love Ervin. I do. Trust me, I do. But like, and I want to preface this. This is up to what I've seen. I saw Armin get the shot and not him. So that's the last episode I've watched.
Okay.
So I know that he's dead, but I mean, I don't know if maybe they do something else. I don't know. But what I want to say about Ervin, like, that scout that brings him back and like has somewhat of a point of like, Ervin is the devil, and like he can't leave this hell. He has to experience it some more. I think obviously that's vindictive, and I don't agree with that guy, but I do think he has a point in like the decisions that Ervin makes. I understand them from a tactical advantage or from a tactical standpoint, just because like that's what he has to do to keep people alive. But like it ends up getting so many other people killed. And in terms of leadership, that's where I struggle with him, is like versus someone like Captain America, or because I also watched your video where you were like, I rewatched your video because I watched it back when you posted it, because I was like, I'm never gonna watch the show. I don't give a fuck. But like what you said about Optimus Prime and everybody like that, like they would do everything in their power not to let people die, specifically like the people on their own team, but just people in general. And like, I think that those are different styles of leadership for sure. And I think that one can make the argument also that Ervin's is a more realistic approach, because like there are going to be casualties, like, and you just have to make those sacrifices at some point along the way. But like, I don't know. There's some things that I don't know that I can exactly agree with him on, but I still like, appreciate him as a character.
Yeah. I linking it back to like what he says in his speeches, and even the moment where Mike, where we, yes, I can say this, where we see the Beast Titan. I'll come back to this. Yeah, where we first get introduced to the Beast Titan, and no, this is completely different. No, it's season 1 where the guy is dying and Levi is like consoling him, and he's like, Levi, just please tell me that my efforts like further advance the cause. Tell me that my death means something here. And I think that's what all of this boils down to, especially with I can't say that yet. Especially with like everything happening in the walls. You kind of just have to develop that mindset where Commander Erwin's like, nothing changes what a speeding rock does to a body. Right, like nothing changes that.
Yeah.
But
that was a great speech as well.
Exactly, like your comrades, like don't let their death be in vain. You know, like they gave their life to for this moment right here, for you to go out there and try to make a difference. And when they went out there, it opened the door for Levi to, you know, just absolutely slime the fuck out of
oh my
out
gosh.
Of it. But I'm getting too far ahead of myself, but I think that's like his big thing is your heart and soul to the cause, literal heart and soul to the cause. There will be casualties. You are going to die. And like to talk a group of people into
just willfully
killing
dying.
Themselves, like willfully dying. Yes.
Oh yeah. 100%. And I want to, there's something to say about all that, like 100, and the way that they built his character up is what, dude. And I said that's the last episode I watched, but like I literally watched it last night before I went to bed to go to work today. I was freaking out, bro, because what is the choice? Like, I truly don't know. There are pros to both of these choices. And like, I see one path, and honestly, I think I was leaning more towards the Ervin path because, and like, even though like Aaron's right, we would not be anywhere close to where we are without Armin. But just both, like, without Ervin's like iron fucking will to just persist, like,
Yeah.
we also wouldn't be where we are. That's why it's such a fucking tough thing. And I do love what Levi ends up saying though. That like this is hell, and we almost just, and he finally escaped it, and we almost just brought him back for more. Like, fuck, bro. Like, I mean, he's fucking right. Like, I don't know, dude. This is some fucking good shit. You should have fucking pushed harder. That's all I'm saying, bro. You should have pushed harder.
Bro,
You should have pushed harder.
I fucking tried, dude. Real quick, because you said season 2 was a blur, bro. The Rhina and Berthold moment,
Or we learn about them, or
yeah, where they just transform.
oh yeah, they just casually do it. No, yeah, because they're just talking on the fucking wall, bro. He's like, Aaron, we got to talk to you for a second, buddy. And they're like, all right, man. I'm the Armored Titan. He's the Colossus Titan. I'm like, wait, what? What the fuck? Hold on.
Did you have any inkling that they were like Titans or that?
No, not a fucking clue, bro. I don't know. Dude. I didn't know who any of the, like when Ymir jumped off the fucking castle and she turned into a Titan. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, that moment, like that is like, it completely caught me off guard because in the video, I don't know if you watched it. In the video, I am literally like, oh man, a hero sacrifice, and then she pulls because she grabs a knife. I'm like, dude, she's just gonna try and like kill the Titans. Like she's just gonna sacrifice herself. So like, a hero sacrifice, and then she cuts, and I was like, oh shit! I'm like jumping everywhere. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
It's so funny too. Well, you go first.
You cannot have a favorite character. You can't have a favorite character in this show. No. They will die. They will die.
See, okay. Here, I don't know. I like my thought on that because I was looking in your comments and I was trying to be careful because I know a lot of people are going to spoil stuff, which I did get something spoiled for me. But ironically, it was not from your comments. It was from, you know how TikTok does the. No, it wasn't that edit. It wasn't that edit. It was on one of your videos, but it was, you know how TikTok does like that at the bottom of the screen? You can click on what people search for the most. And it was Aaron finds out Zeke is his brother. I'm like, who the fuck is Zeke? I don't even know who the fuck that is.
I had that spoiled for me before I started the show.
Okay.
It's not
that big.
Okay.
Not that big all right. Then I didn't even really care to begin with, but that, I mean, that's cool then. I definitely still don't care. But it's funny because I look at I was looking in your comments and there's people saying like, telling you as you're watching the show early on, they're like, there's no such thing as plot armor in this show, so get ready. And like, I don't know, yes and no. Like, I feel like they just do other things to like ride around. What's the word I just said? Plot
armor.
Plot armor. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I feel like they just do other things to ride around plot armor, like, i.e., Levi doesn't do anything in season 2 because his legs hurt. Like I don't know. What was the point of that? Just because like you set up Levi as this badass and you just didn't want him to be a part of anything. And I guess like you look at someone like Armin, who, despite he's unwilling to kill a Titan whatsoever. He is not. I don't think he's slashed a single nape. Maybe he has. Maybe he's slashed one. But like, dude is unwilling to do anything in combat. Yet he goes on every single big mission there is, and he comes out completely unscathed. Apart from this last one, but that kind of stuff is a little. I don't know, man. But. Which is fine. I'm not saying that I even have a problem with it, but I don't want to, I just don't think that we, as the fans of the show, should be going around, there's no plot armor in this show, bro. Don't even worry about it. Like, I mean, there's certain characters, like, the ones that did die, like Marco and, who else died early on? There was one other black-haired dude, I feel like. I don't even remember because they're so forgettable. That's the thing. They're forgettable characters. I kind of assumed they would die. Like, I feel like people like like Connie. I like Connie. Connie's not forgettable, but I could see Connie dying. Like I don't think Connie's like that deep in the cut where Connie's gonna fucking live forever. I don't know. Maybe that's just like my own outlook on it. But anyway, I wanted to say I find that funny what you just said about your reaction to the Amir thing and everything like that. Because also in your comments, almost in like every video, there's somebody saying, there's no way this is a first reaction. There's no way. Like, like they think you're just lying about it the whole fucking time. Like that shit's funny. I don't know.
So we get to season 2. Yes, I love season 2. The Commander Erwin stuff is awesome. The Rhina and Bertolt reveal, like it's 12 episodes. It's short. It's sweet. It's the Beast Titan. We get to see the Beast Titan a little bit. Wait, actually, at this point, do we see the Beast Titan? Yes, we do. We see the Beast Titan. And then season 3. I
did not like the first 3 episodes.
Okay, it starts with the humans versus humans arc and the Kenny stuff. Yeah, okay. And then we have the return to Shiganshina arc, which I still think is.
Don't tell me it's the best. Is it the best of the show?
It's either this one or the first the first 10 episodes of season 4.
Okay.
Man,
I just want to know that there's a lot. I just want to know there's a lot more good shit. That's all I want to know.
No, season 4 is just like it doesn't stop. Like there is not a single moment of rest. But the return to Shiganshina arc has like 3 episodes back to back to back that are like genuine 10 out of 10 episodes. And I think it's Perfect Game, Hero, and Midnight Sun.
I think I just watched Midnight Sun. I think that's one I just watched.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. You still have, I'm looking at the rest of the episodes. The Basement, That Day, Attack Titan, Other Side of the Wall.
I can't wait to go to the cellar, bro. I cannot wait.
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. You don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the cellar, bro. I don't know what's in the cellar.
Oh, my God, dude. It's going to be so good. Anyways, the first batch of episodes in season 4, I think... all the way up to, I mean, honestly, every single episode of season 4 is so good. But there is a episode from the beginning of the season to episode 70, maybe. The first 10 episodes, it is all gas, no brakes. It is probably my favorite arc, but the Return to Shiganshina arc is amazing. So you get through the beginning of season 3 and then you hit the Return to Shiganshina arc. One of my favorite moments is them all standing on the wall and everyone cheering them on because they're like, we're going to go back to Shiganshina. We're going to find the cellar. And they're all just like, wow, like we're being cheered right now. Like they are like tearing up. That is like so underrated. It's one of my favorite moments in the entire show.
Erwin fucking puts his arm up and shouts.
Yeah. He like starts to get hype. It is so good. But yes, everything with the Beast Titan, everything with Erwin's speech. I feel like I'm missing something else, but I was looking through because I was like, there was something that you mentioned, and I was like I felt like you should have known something, but I think these next couple of episodes.
Are you talking about like stuff with Historia? I know everything with Historia.
No, it's other characters, but it's these next couple episodes. Once you get to the cellar, and then the episodes after that, it is literally like lore drop after lore drop after lore drop, and like questions get answered. And it's like I said, from here on out, it is literally all gas, no brakes, like fucking balls to the walls. So yeah, man, I mean, when have I been wrong? I knew that you were gonna. I knew you were gonna like it. I knew you were gonna fuck with it. It is such like, it's just like it's like the Breaking Bad of animes, where it's so easy to get into, and it's literally universally loved by like.
It really, Ben. I just saw you shaking your head like. You're never gonna watch this. I know you're never gonna watch this. Maybe this can convince you though, dude. They're literally 22-minute episodes, bro. Like it's so like for however busy you are, it is literally you can drop in, drop out with one episode a day. And but I think you'd watch more because of how good it actually is.
Well, and that's what I knew that you would do. I was like, dude, he just needs like that. Those first couple episodes. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. But if you like it, you are going to watch the shit out of this show. Yeah. Like it's it's going to be hard to put down. I just finished the show, and the finale was so good. I cried a couple times. It was genuinely so fucking awesome. I have my thoughts, so I'm excited to kind of break it all down and talk about it. But yeah, dude, you're in. I wish I could be in your shoes right now, not knowing anything and starting from here to the rest of the ride, because like I said, the return to Shiganshina arc followed by all of season 4 is just like you haven't seen anything yet. Honestly, everything that you thought has been good so far, times that shit by fucking 10. Like it's so good.
I cried at the Armin stuff, and I realize also I'm telling Ben to watch this after we just, I don't know if he's been paying attention, but we've just been outright spoiling like big plot moments. But I cried with the Armin thing, like, dude, just watching him up there, man. I was like, dude, that's and he's talking about the sea. Oh my gosh, it was hitting me, bro.
Armin is so dude. He's just like, he's such a cool character because they'll just turn to Armin and he's just like has everything figured out. Just like down to a T. He's such a good character. Like I said, Mikasa, Eren, and Armin, just like, man, find a better main trio in
seriously.
TV.
It's so funny too, because like the first episode, like I told you, I went to my friend's house and they all sat me down and made me watch it, and they've all seen it all. And the way when Armin popped up on screen for the first time, the way they said it, they were like, world's number one twink right there, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because like he just gets thrown around, and but like, dude, like twink, like dude, this like I don't know, without him they'd be nowhere. So like I don't know, it's just crazy.
There's a lot of pictures of Armin, like, because they do that one thing where they dress him up like a girl, and so he like starts to get like borderline assaulted in season 1. Yeah, they like not dress up like a girl, but they yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I remember. Okay,
I can't even. Anyways, but there's a lot of pictures of him like in girly poses, like just like dumb pictures. I guess it's like a running meme.
I didn't even honestly, as I was watching, it did not click in my head. Like I was just absorbing it all. I did see that there's and I didn't watch it, but I did see that there's like a movie version called like Attack on Titan Chronicle, and it said in the description, it says it covers seasons 1 through 3, but I was like, how can you fit all that into 2 hours? And I think if I had to guess, I think they just cut out a lot of like the flashback stuff. But
yeah,
also I bring that up to say, cause like Ben, I mean, I watched episode 1, not this last Friday, but the Friday before last. And I did not touch the show again until I think it was the day after we recorded. So I think it was maybe 2 days after. So like Tuesday or Wednesday of this last week is when I actually started watching the show. And now I'm already at the end. I haven't been like super grinding it, but I'm already at like the tail end of season 3. So like it is such an easy watch, bro. It's actually crazy. Yeah. Like I'm going
fine. I will start it by next episode.
Damn.
No
Damn. Holy shit.
Okay. Do not watch the movie though.
Charlie,
yeah, don't watch the movie.
I know you're grinding it right now and you're focusing.
He's going to say the Lord of the Rings shit.
You have to get to our movies.
You're right. I was thinking of that too. I was like, I was clicking to start another episode. I was like, oh yeah, I should probably watch their shit. Nah, I click into that shit.
Listen, I will start it, but your end of the deal is at least watching one of our movies by next week.
Okay.
Can you make that work?
All right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can. Aiden, also, by the way, I don't think you're going to be able to watch Chuck. I just found out Chuck's not on anything right now. It's not on any streaming platform.
It was like $2 on Amazon Prime.
But I think that's per episode.
Episode?
Yeah. I think that's per episode. So yeah, I don't think it's on anything right now. It's dude, and it's, you know what's funny, because my dad he's watched the show, but it's been a long time and he doesn't love it like I do. But he texted me, he saw a clip, and he's like, in his head, he's like, I'm just gonna sit down and watch it. And he went to go find it on something, and it's not on anything, which I didn't know that until he told me that. So
we'll see. I'll find a way to make it work. I was gonna say something earlier, but it's a great show. I knew that y'all would like it. It's not that it's like, oh, it's easy. It's an easy, but it's like a very good gateway anime.
Sure.
What sucks is that like there's not a lot that's really gonna live up. Like I started with One Piece and Attack on Titan. I'm like, I don't think there's ever gonna be anything that comes close to this.
See, and that's my like I don't know what else I'm gonna watch after this. Like I've heard Death Note, maybe, but
it's I don't know. I mean, there are like I don't know. I don't like anime. There are great stories. There are great animes. Haikyuu, I think, is amazing. It's a sports anime. Like the way that they tell their stories, and that's why Attack on Titan is a really good gateway because it shows you just like how the medium can tell such an amazing story in the way that it does. But like One Piece, like that's what like. Everything that I glaze about One Piece remains the same with Attack on Titan. Just plot, just like amazing plot, amazing decisions, character work, times fucking 1,000. Like, but Haikyuu is the same way. It's what I really liked a lot about Haikyuu. And I know there are others out there that I mean, obviously, I'm not super well versed in. But I mean, yeah, it's like you kind of starting with the cream of the crop there. But yeah, dude, it's fantastic. I'm excited for you to get towards the end. I'm excited for you to grind season 4. Now I got to find some edits that you'll be able to watch because oh boy,
wait, was that one I sent you with Hanji? Was that a spoiler?
No,
it wasn't. I can watch that.
No, it wasn't.
Well, it's funny.
I mean,
it's funny you say
it.
that. Okay, you wouldn't watch it. It's funny you say that because the one clip that I remember seeing was Hanji with an eye patch, and when I saw that, Hanji hadn't lost her eye yet. When I saw that edit, Hanji hadn't lost her eye yet. So, but which that's a nothing. That's not really a big spoiler, but
yeah, no. I'm trying to think of like when Oh wait, yeah, you've seen her lose her eye though.
Yeah, no, I have now. I have now, but when I watched the edit,
you should have. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't watch it. It's not like a major spoiler, but it's like the moment's cool, so I would like save it for that.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
So,
and then last thing,
stay away from spoilers for this next. Like, do not watch a single thing because you're about to get to like the cellar and some stuff that happens in the middle of season 4. And in the beginning of season, honestly, all of season 4 is just so fucking cool. But there's I think what is called and I have my feelings about it. I'll be interested to have a conversation when we get there. What is regarded as the best plot twist ever? I've seen video essays that said how Attack on Titan pulled off the greatest plot twist in TV history. There is like a huge moment, a huge Attack on Titan moment. Plot twist in the middle of season 4, and then there's a lot of really good stuff in the beginning that I just think would be cooler if you didn't have spoiled. So stay off of everything. Do not trust anything. Look at hashtags before you scroll, and
don't look at hashtags or do.
No, look at hashtags because if you have any unexpected edits,
dude, that was exactly, dude. When I was watching the video and then I saw it starting to turn into an edit, and I saw because I mean, maybe I don't know if this is insensitive or whatever to say, but like I saw an anime thing, and I was like, I can't tell that it was Attack on Titan, but I paused it, and I paused it on the image of Hanji with an eye patch, and then I was like, what anime is this? And I scroll down and look at the captions or look at the hashtags, and I see Attack on Titan. I'm like, nope, I send it to you, and I'm no. But
on your feet, Dad.
last thing I want to say. And this is a little bit for you as well, Ben, as it pertains to the sub and dub. A lot of people in your comments also saying the sub is so much better. I've tried multiple times. Maybe if I had started with the sub, I'd feel differently. But Hanji literally sounds like a man. Like Hanji sounds like a man in the sub. It sounds like a man doing her voiceover. Don't like that. Also, I just don't like some of the monologue and the way it's delivered. I'm someone like I watched Squid Game in the sub, and because the emotion was just so much better there. And I don't think the sub and dub with Squid Game is very comparable to the sub and dub of Attack on Titan in any way. Like the emotion is way there with the dub of Attack on Titan. But like I'm fine with watching subs, but I went and watched the sub version of Aaron and Rhina in season 2, and like the emotion in the sub versus the dub, specifically when Aaron's like, "You're a pest, and I need to exterminate you." Like the dub is the emotions there. He's screaming, he's feeling it. The sub, he's just like it's almost like he's talking to himself to hype, which he is talking to himself in the dub too, but he's just like angry and meaning it. In the sub, it just sounds like he's like talking to himself to like hype himself up. He's like, the energy is just not really there. So I just think I disagree a little bit with the comments there for that one. But for you, Ben, if you end up watching this on Hulu or Disney Plus, because that's what it's on.
Sorry, too bright.
What are you on? What app is that?
Just Hulu.
Is that Hulu? Okay. What's misleading about it is that it says, like, you might look at season 1, for example, and it says 50 episodes. That's because it has both the sub and the dub listed. Yeah. So there's only 25 in season 1, and then in season 2 there's only 12, et cetera, et cetera. So don't look at that and be like, holy shit, how is this not like One Piece or something like that? But
I will say, the sub and dub, I go back and forth. There's a lot of moments in One Piece where like sub is just truly king. There are just so many moments that is just like, it's so much better with sub. Whenever you hear them speaking in Japanese, it is the coolest shit ever, right? And I look like a fucking like idiot. Japanese people are so cool and their language is so cool. But seriously, I mean, there's just so much moments that like just are so much better. But there are also some moments dubbed that are just mog the sub. And I think Attack on Titan has a lot of, especially oh gosh, what is his name? Brock Pappen, Aaron's voice actor. Man, he is just in his bag the entire season. So
for
those
the
moments, like yes.
Okay.
Whenever he my favorite moment, Bryce Pappenbrook. That's what it was. Bryce Pappenbrook. There are the moment where Rhina transforms and he says, "Damn you, you traitor!" Shit is fucking goes. Oh my god. It is just like, and there's another one where he's yelling at him. They're in the forest and he's like, oh yeah, you don't have any right to feel sorry for yourself. Like you're not even a human. You're not human. Yeah. You're not even whatever. So good. He's just in his bag. Season 4. Like I don't want to spoil anything, and I'm so glad that you've gotten this far in a week, because it would have been really hard to bite my tongue on certain moments and just like teasing stuff. But season 4, Aaron, bro. Oh, it is just like,
oof.
Oh, dude, it's just like think. I can't even. I've said this before, but like I don't even want to tease it. But like, Paul Atreides, Anakin Skywalker, like generational fucking lock in here. So I think season 4 is really gonna surprise you a lot. So I'm excited to hear next week, because you're gonna finish the show by next week. I think so.
I think the last thing I want to say, because we've obviously been very long in the tooth here, and I'm sorry about that, audience.
Apologize to me.
You've been doing stuff. I've seen you. You've been clicking on other tabs. You know what? Whatever. Last thing I say, and this is my prediction for whatever you're talking about. A plot twist.
Please give me some predictions.
Like, just off of what, like, it's the most basic generic like thing I can think of. It's just like, turns out, I imagine that like humans are the bad guys in some way, and like the wall is built to like keep them away from Titans or something. I don't actually know anything. I don't know anything, but I just
keep who you're saying that
the wall was
the actual,
yeah. The wall was built to keep human. It's like, which I guess like it is still a prison. Like the humans consider it that as well. But I think the Titans built it knowing that there's Titans in the wall. Sorry, Ben. Knowing that there's Titans in the wall, and there's like everything that the Titans do, and just the way that he talks to, I don't know who that character's name, but the Beast Titan, when he's in human form, when he's talking to Aaron, and like just the way he talks, it just seems so sincere. And I don't know, maybe that there's like some revelation about humanity and how once like we learn about the history, if people's minds are unlocked in some way or something like that, they learn about what they did to the Titans or something. I don't know.
because and you should have gotten to this point already because this is before they go to Shiganshina. Everything with the Rice family and how they locked Aaron up, and Aaron was like, "This place seems very familiar. Like, why am I starting to see a lot of this stuff?" What do you should know some stuff there about like,
Aaron's dad ate Schreiber. What I forget her name.
So he went to the castle or to the basement of the castle, the Crystal Cave, and killed everyone. And
killed everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he took the
coordinate power.
Titan. No, he was the oh shit, I might have just
he took the coordinate power and he ate her, and then he went over to Aaron with the commandant's help. Actually no, not with the commandant's help. Maybe a little bit. The commandant just ended up following them. But he gives Aaron the shot, and then Aaron turns into a Titan, and then he lets Aaron eat him, and then he tells him about the cellar, and that's
okay. So yeah, you do know that stuff. Yeah, that's whenever Grisha kills them, eats them, whatever. So then Aaron starts to get flashbacks, whatever, all of that stuff. Yeah, so they mentioned some stuff about like the mind wiping everybody, why the walls are there, why they are in the walls. And you haven't got to the end of season 3, so I won't go any further than that. But okay, so that's your prediction. Do you have any other predictions just for this final season? What do you think's in the cellar?
I mean, I imagine it's whatever plan that Grisha has for the Titans. Because here's my thought process is that Grisha got tired of the royal family not doing shit about the Titans, and he decided to go, and he got powerful enough to go and take the power from them, and he planned on doing something with it, but eventually, but with the way that after, I assume this was a reaction to the royal family dying. They did everything, the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan. Grisha's plan had to change, and that involved Aaron for some reason. So I imagine we'll find out more about that, and we'll find out what Grisha has planned, what he wants Aaron to do.
Okay.
But at the same time, I also want, because I think back to season 1 where Grisha literally, he tells Aaron, like, if you're good, I'll show you the cellar that day. And so, like, if none of that happened, if none of this happened, what would he have done with Aaron down in the cellar that day? You know, like, what would he have shown to Aaron? So, like, and if it's any of that, like, I don't know. I truly don't know.
Okay.
I'll probably find that out tonight. The cellar stuff tonight. I'll probably find that out tonight.
Oh, I would say 100% grind the end of season 3 tonight if you can. If not, Wednesday when you're off, because now we don't have Daredevil. And last question: who is your favorite character so far?
Probably Levi still, bro.
Really? Okay, cool. I like that. Yeah.
It's probably Levi.
That's fine, I mean,
I like
Levi's
Mikasa as well.
He's solid. I love Mikasa even more for reasons that you'll see in season 4. But after finishing the show, there's just like my mind has changed on a lot of characters.
I also like Hanji though.
Hanji's really cool. Hanji's really awesome. Yeah. Cool. Okay, Levi. Awesome. Well, that's it for me. I can't wait. I can't wait for next week, dude.
It's a light little 50-minute Attack on Titan
conversation.
I know.
What can I say, man? I knew this would happen. I knew that if you watched it, I knew it would happen. So,
hey, bro. Thanks, man. I honestly, I wouldn't have watched it if they didn't sit me down and force me to do it.
Oh, see, I was like, Brandon had tried to get me to watch One Piece very hardly, and he had tried very, very much. Like, he had pushed very hard for it. And one day he was just like, we were just there. He was like, you know what? I'm starting One Piece, and he just started it. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm doing it. And like that's just what you have to do. You just have to have someone track.
Bro, Aiden was secretly planning like when we have our next meetup. He was like, I got this shit prepped and ready, bro.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Dude, I'm so glad.
I mean, that's how I got you into the Bear, even though you didn't watch it till later. But yeah.
June 25th, by the way. Let's freaking go, baby. We're back.
June 25th. Oh, sorry. I was like the Bear. Yeah. Bro, by the way, we didn't talk about. Did you watch Gary yet, Ben, or no?
No, I actually, when I had Hulu up, I remembered that I haven't seen this thing because I forgot that it existed. No, the drop was so low key.
It was. It really
I
was.
love it.
I will also watch this. I promise.
Okay.
Well, also,
not to spoil it, but we didn't talk about it last week, Aiden. The very last shot of the thing.
Yes, we did.
We did not talk about that. Yeah. But like that, dude, I literally had to look it up because I was like, I was so confused. I was like,
wait, what's going on here? Yeah, it was insane. So that'll be cool to talk about. We can also kind of talk and speculate. Also, this is just 3 seconds. I watched Send Help. I figured it's a 2026 release, so I mentioned a little bit. 3 stars. It's pretty good. I'm kind of.
Oh yeah, you hadn't watched it yet. I forgot.
Yeah, I hadn't watched it, so I watched it this past couple days. It's really good. I had a good time with it. Yeah, just Dylan O'Brien's just hilarious. Dude. I don't whose side do I really like? Is there a definitive side? Because I'm kind of in between. I don't know. Man. Sure. I don't know if that's a hot take. I'm like, man, did he really deserve all of that? Like, but I get it. Like, he was kind of a jerk to her. At the same time, I'm like, that she kind of went very far, and now she gets celebrated for it. I don't know. Hot take. Anyways.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, moving right along. No, it wasn't that bad. I knew that you guys needed a little bit of space there to talk about it. And
when he said he was at the end of season 3, I was like, oh, we have to.
You know what? I won't be able to watch it at the same pace that Charlie did, but
sure.
I'm sure once I get to that point, I will want to talk about it just as much. So
yeah.
And you know what? I'm better than Charlie. He said he would never have watched it if it wasn't for his friend just forcing him to. I'm going to choose to watch it myself. No outside influence.
That's true, man. Proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I can finally I never thought this day would come. It's just let's go, dude. I can finally rest.
That's how I'm going to feel whenever you get a decent way into Chuck.
Well, true.
We're going to move
Gosh,
right
what
into...
a poster, man. We got to talk about that for a second, bro, because that came out this week, too. That Spider-Man poster. Oh, man. Just for a quick second. Goodness. Oh, my goodness gracious. Somebody posted this on Twitter and said, new movie posters look indistinguishable from Boss Logic. That's so funny.
Crazy.
Which, that's a fair point here. Yeah, this is a Boss Logic-esque poster, but still good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's better than the last one, but it's good.
Aiden, when are you going to recreate this?
Yeah, I got to get this one lasered off and fixed up.
There you go. And go full red, of course.
Hype 91. Golly, look at that.
Yeah, dude.
It's a Spider-Man movie. Let's calm down. All right, moving.
Wait, click on Doomsday real quick.
What's that? Yeah, I think it's 89.
Okay.
Oh,
now these numbers mean something. They didn't.
It's an Avengers movie, bro. Calm down.
I was actually gonna say, you think my movie from December is gonna go toe to toe with your Spider-Man movie that is about to come out? No way. But
about to come out. That shit's still 2 months away.
Okay.
About to come out.
Okay, come on. 2 months compared to 7 months. Big difference. Anyways, getting into this a little bit with box office fantasy league that we have been doing for this year. Not going to touch on anything with Brandon. Nothing has really changed. Mario has slowed down quite a bit and will probably, maybe, just barely hit 1 billion, but that is to be determined. And then for Mr. Aiden, big story right now has been The Devil Wears Prada 2 continuing to climb week after week, not quite competing with Michael, but still for just a couple weeks in theaters, doing very, very well. and with a lower budget than Michael is profiting Aiden quite a bit. Aiden, tell me about it.
300 mil, dude. I love it. I'm praying for a 700 mil finish. That would be pretty cool because that would be 450. And I would be very happy with 450. But honestly, if it were to just stop right now, I'm still kind of happy with that, man. It's been performing very well. So I knew it was coming, but just to see it alongside Project Hail Mary and to see that 464 up there, it's just no hit pick, out. It's great. It's a great.
It's actually crazy. We have the same number, but yours is 400 and mine's 46.4.
Holy cinema.
Holy aura, 10 times Charlie's GDP sitting right here.
Yeah, I'm very happy with this.
Yeah, the pre-hit pick, that's a good point, just because that just based on Spider-Man, that you're probably going to be clearing Brandon. Obviously, it depends on some other factors, how well Minions does specifically. I don't think any of his other picks are going to be like crazy big hits. I think Scary Movie could end up being like a Scream 7 situation, but anyways, Aiden, I think you're doing very well, and I think Charlie and I both underrated the Devil Wears Prada pick because if that had somehow fallen to me, I wasn't gonna be.
Well, dude, I even started thinking about it, and I'm like, no, in no universe would I have done this, but first pick Backrooms, second pick Devil Wears Prada, because I feel like you would have gone Mando Odyssey. I don't know, just you wouldn't have gone Devil Wears Prada, and I could have gotten Backrooms instead of Odyssey, which at this point, with everything that's come out, all the quote unquote controversy and everyone that's hating on the Odyssey, I haven't said this out loud, but I'm a little worried, man. I'm a little worried.
There's a chance this goes up as well.
Not only that, but you got Elon Musk out here tweeting hate tweets about the Odyssey. I'm like, yo, chill, bro. I need this movie to make money. What are you doing?
I don't think that's gonna convince anyone to not go see it.
Dude, I don't know, man. So I don't know, but I was thinking about that the other day, and I'm like, man, how crazy would it have been to just risk everything and be like, you know what, I'm going Backrooms and Devil Wears Prada because Ben's not picking this. But yeah, no, I'm happy it's worked out for me.
Yeah, there is a chance. I've seen multiple reports saying that the budget could be slightly higher than this, closer to a 280, even a 300. I don't know if we'll actually.
Not. I'd be cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
I still do think that 625 is pretty scary.
That's fair. I'm not the biggest fan of it either. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'll see profit if things end up going the way I think they will. But it's Christopher Nolan's. Sorry, it's Christopher Nolan's most disliked trailer of all time. So it's man, you know what? How much of that plays a factor? So we'll see. But I'm glad that, regardless of anything, Devil Wears Prada, it's as long as the picks that Charlie and Brandon made in between the Odyssey and Paw Patrol, as long as those don't gross more money for them than Odyssey, I'll be fine. But which at this point it's Mortal Kombat and Obsession. I don't think Mortal Kombat and Obsession combined make more profit than the Odyssey.
Oh, definitely.
But what was Brandon's Scary Movie and Jackass
and Disclosure
that could do it for me. So really it's just if Odyssey is hey, this was the best that I was going to get, just in terms of what was picked afterwards, I can't be too mad at that, but time will tell.
Yeah. And then moving on to Mr. Charles, obviously a big talking point here is the Michael movie, which went from the number 1 spot to the number 2 with Devil Wears Prada coming out, but has gone back up to the top and has maintained incredible legs, has already passed Project Hail Mary for its complete box office run that's about to finish off. And a lot of people are saying is easily eyeing $1 billion. So
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
big profit.
My
this
thing
will definitely outgross or out profit, I should say, Devil Wears Prada too. Well, I guess it's
100%.
Yeah.
My thing is, yesterday it said 600 million, low 600 million. And I went and looked on Box Office Mojo, and it was 700 million. I was like, oh, okay, it just hasn't updated. It'll probably update on Monday. But I was sitting at 41 million when it was said 600 million, and I'm at 46 million. So like, what did they already account for that 700 million, and they just didn't add it to the total gross beforehand yesterday? Because like, when I was at positive 41 million yesterday, and it said Michael had a profit of like 100 and some odd million. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna get another 100 million tomorrow. Where's that? What I swear to you, that's what it looked. It was at 41 and Michael was at 100. So I was like, oh, another 100 mil. But nothing.
Well, let's see. This is like 45 million, 70 million. You're at like 170 million negative, plus Aiden's bomb pick is giving us another 70. So like a 240 deficit.
Sure. I'm
math
sure
is
it's correct. I'm sure it's correct. I'm just thinking that they just must have added the 700 before actually changing it on the Michael.
Maybe.
Yeah. 55 mil is what I came out to whenever I added and subtracted everything plus the bomb pick. So, I mean, give or take some of those decimal points. Yeah, 46.
But then also Obsession was at like, well, I have two things with Obsession. Obsession was at like a profit of, I want to say it was less than 10 mil yesterday. And again, I was at 41 mil. And now I'm at a profit of 22 million, and I've only gone up to 46 million. Like, what are we?
Probably
where are these numbers going, bro?
International numbers coming in a bit later.
But like, so they're just adding the international numbers, but they're not actually like adding it to the movie play card.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's what I mean. It doesn't matter. My second thing with Obsession, do they not just do like thousands? Do they only do, because like almost everywhere else I'm seeing a 750,000 reported budget, not a million.
I think it'll change.
I have seen a range, but almost everywhere else is reporting 750,000.
They do thousands because Undertone. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, hopefully it changes if Deadline or someone else reports the same thing. But then, I mean, interestingly enough, they don't even have
decimal points for you. Decimal points of profit.
Which, like, yeah, it won't add much. It's gonna add like I think a 700,000 to the profit, but yeah.
You really gonna complain about this after opening weekend?
Oh no, absolutely not. No.
Yeah,
I think that's great. I'm very, very happy about that. And I think
said
I'll
this
have.
Before, I think this is sneaky gonna make you 40-50 million.
Yeah, I think I'll have another good weekend with despite Mando and Grogu. I think I'll have a good weekend this weekend.
I think so.
Did you see?
Wait, when does Passenger come out this weekend too, or no?
No. Yes, it does. It's Passenger, Mando,
okay.
Grogu, and then
That's tough.
Yeah, that one.
Next week is Backroom. So I feel like
oh man,
it'll have a decent second weekend, but then I think
need word of mouth to really carry this weekend.
They've continued the advertising like really, really heavy.
Yeah.
Did you see that Billie Eilish had one of the worst, probably the worst second weekend drop in the history of tracking box office?
Dude,
Really? Actually?
Yes,
it
yes.
was crazy.
They said
Damn.
that her movie broke a record for the biggest second weekend drop in the history since they've started tracking box office.
That is insane.
I was like,
wow.
yo, that's insane luck, dude, that Charley just gets the like absolute worst.
I think it's just gonna get removed, and this number's not gonna change.
It's gonna pull a normal. Yeah, it'll pull a normal. They're just gonna take it out.
And we didn't.
Oh,
even
well.
tell.
I think more.
This was in theaters for like 2 days. Like I swear,
Dude,
it was
that
like
just- that makes me, it makes me
50.
so mad. It makes me so mad that I didn't like at least just try a little bit more with my last pick because I'm sure
Right.
something. Anyways, Mortal Kombat's dead in the water too. That's gonna be
Sure. I'm glad it got to under 100 negative. So
I could see
yeah,
it making
man.
another 10-20 million before it like officially leaves theaters. But yeah.
That's just man. You have to come out of the summer with every single project profitable. I feel like
Just wait.
yeah, I'm really truthfully, I'm not really that worried. I still have Toy Story and Moana So like
I'm so excited to see what Moana does. Like, not even like preying on anyone's downfall. Like, I'm just like, that has been the movie since we started drafting that I've been like, I genuinely don't know. Like, I
Sure.
just don't. I don't.
Was this moved? Am I crazy? I thought this came out June 5th.
I couldn't tell you if I'm honest.
Sworn.
Oh no, I think it's always been Masters of the Universe and Scary Movie going head to head that week.
Okay, wow. Finally, talking about me a little bit.
Here's your
Hoppers
week.
Just
Yeah.
well, yeah, we'll get to that soon. Hoppers has just continued to like claw a little bit of money every single week. Honestly, a profit of 10 million, not something I expected. I was happy with the break even. Obviously, this didn't turn out to be like an amazing pick. And I should have gone with something like Wuthering Heights, Iron Lung, Scream 7. But, you know, like we've said before, if you're not losing money, you're making money. I also swear that How to Make a Killing, that this number has gone up, or I guess this number has gone down, and I have lost less than I did. Like, I swear if we look back, like that has changed significantly. I looked at some of the international markets, and there wasn't any crazy like super late releases for this movie. So I was a little confused by it, but 70 million, like that's not that bad. It's better than I thought it was. And then that's whatever. This was kind of my clutch pick, 4th round pick. Horror has been hitting this year just in general. I think that's something that I'm definitely taking away. And considering as we're going to head into the fall season this year, I think horror fans are definitely pulling through when it comes to going and seeing these movies. So I'm very
Ben, me and
happy.
we got some horror movies on our summer draft this coming up. So
I think this number's actually not even updated. I think this is already.
I have one on my summer draft right now.
Oh, Obsession. Fuck. Sorry, bro. I forgot.
No. That's Aiden. Hey, dab me up, bro. Dab me up. Come on.
I saw that trailer. Speaking of which, I saw the trailer for Aiden's before Obsession, and
Insidious.
It's not for me. It's not. Yeah, for Insidious. Not for me. But
wait, you saw the Insidious trailer?
Yes, sir.
You're positive?
I am absolutely sure. Because I turned to Cassidy and I said,
it wasn't Evil Dead Burn?
Nope. No, sir. I saw Evil Dead Burn last weekend with what movie came out last week? Mortal Kombat.
I didn't even know there was a trailer released for Insidious. I haven't seen it anywhere.
I swear.
Huh, crazy.
Yo, Charles, it might not be for you, but it's for everybody.
Oh, no,
else,
sure.
buddy.
I trust me. I'm not a horror movie guy. You know that. I'm not a horror movie guy.
Fun times.
Back on the sticks. Come on. This is my Hail Mary.
This week is the week.
I am relying on the Star Wars fandom. I keep looking at just like random showings in my theater this upcoming weekend. They're pretty dang full. Like it is looking pretty good. The estimates right now
are going up.
Taking into account it's a 4-day weekend with Memorial Day. It's looking like it could clear 100 million domestically, and worldwide, who knows? I mean, it could be like a 180 to 200, just depending on. International markets are a bit harder to predict. I think in general, this thing's going to be hard to predict just because it's so like dependent on how much faith the Star Wars fan base has and wanting to go back to the theater to see a Star Wars movie. The other thing I'm kind of worried about is this number randomly going up. I think this could pull a Mortal Kombat and could just like go up to 200 million. Slight increase from what it's been at, considering it's still here as just an estimate. So if we get more solid numbers in and it goes up at all, then I think I'm screwed. Otherwise, I actually feel really great about this break even, because like I don't think there's any like Backrooms is like the biggest competition, and they're such separate audiences that I feel like I have like a 3 or 4 week window for this to just do really well until later in June with like Toy Story and whatnot. Otherwise, there's like nothing crazy that's really competing with it, I think. So very excited about that. this is gonna
It's
make
gonna
me a ton
bang,
of money.
dude. You're
I-
gonna make
this is gonna make
100,
ton.
175 to 200 mil, bro. Like,
Yeah. I'm so
That's
glad that
gonna
I
be
got
good.
this. The marketing is just picked up, and this whole conversation of like, oh, YouTubers making horror movies, that has kind of been a bit of a trend recently. We had like Talk to Me. Obviously, Jordan Peele's been a big name in the space. Shelby Oaks, Iron Lung, Obsession, and now with this, like I feel like that's just kind of, what are you confused by?
Jordan Peele is a YouTuber?
Key and Peele?
Wasn't that a Comedy Central show?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was just also like I thought of him more as a YouTube guy than like an actor. I don't know.
Sure. I mean,
Like he was just he was a
you,
you.
pal.
maybe like skits.
Yeah, he was like a comedy YouTuber, like skits is
Hey,
I
man,
mean,
you do
similar
you,
to Curry Barker, who's directed Obsession. So
Well, even
I
Zach
wouldn't-
Krager,
I
like
wouldn't.
the whitest kids you know. I mean, dude, these horror skits, like horror directors, man.
I wouldn't
hand
put
in
Curry
hand.
and Jordan Peele in this because his comedies were specifically for TikTok and YouTube. Like
I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
in my head, with like my experience with them as like actors and comedic actors specifically, was in the YouTube space for both of them. So
okay, sure.
I don't know. Yeah, this is gonna make me a bunch of money, and then Power Ballad is kind of a who knows, and Evil Dead Burn I think will make me quite a bit of money as well. And Supergirl is the project that's gonna make me end it all. So let's move on
Golly.
from the box office discussion, and we are going to move into Aiden. Cue it up. Predict it.
I don't have it pulled up. Punisher last
Punisher, one last kill. The new
kill. Damn it! I forgot to add it in here. I literally saved it and forgot to add it in here.
the new
wait,
special
gone.
presentation from Marvel Studios, written somewhat by John Bernthal as kind of a one-off episode
Johnny
after
B.
he was not involved in season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, and we weren't
Bro's
really
been
sure.
writing, bro. You got Gary
Yeah.
come out one week and then Punisher come out the next.
We weren't
tell you
really
something.
sure where Punisher's character has been and how this was going to bridge the gap between Daredevil and him being in Spider-Man Brand New Day. So we had this special presentation, which we will give our initial reactions to in 3, 2, 1.
Nice. We're all
Whoa.
somewhat on the same page.
Charlie, what's
On the
the
same Karen page.
okay? Charlie, what's the what's the downward tilt? It got worse.
This thing's fine. Like it's just I don't like it's I say that Johnny B's been writing and like I just the level of quality between Gary and this, I know you can't speak to Gary, is just kind of
Right.
it's just crazy to me. Not crazy, maybe that's a little bit too far. I just like I don't know if I want to go so far as to say what was the point of this, because like it was fun. I had a good time. The action was good. It's just it feels like it abandoned whatever story it was gonna tackle in a sense, and which is crazy for how short it already was. Like it started off with something relatively engaging. It's like it's a Frank Castle who has reached his goal of avenging quote unquote his family, and where does that leave him? Where does he go after that? What's his purpose? And like now that he's forced to finally sit with these emotions. What does he do with them? And I think that is very interesting, and that's a very cool place to take the character. But you don't actually like let him sit and deal with the emotions. Like we just see him experiencing them, and then all of a sudden he's thrown into a gigantic action sequence that takes over the entire rest of the special. And again, cool action. It's cool stuff. But the reason I say what's the point of this is that while all of this is neat and cool, it just leaves the character in the same spot that I already assumed he was in, because like we look at where his conversation with Daredevil in Born Again season 1, where he tells Matt, like, and where they're talking about Foggy, and he's like, I know you see Foggy. Does he talk to you? My boy talks to me. He says, get him, daddy. Get every last one of them. And like, I guess maybe that's open for interpretation, because some people could take that as like, oh, get every last one of the people that had anything to do with me, daddy, or get every last criminal. Just get rid of them all because they're all filth. Like, I would already make the assumption that that's where Punisher's character is. And now I've heard the argument that this special is for people that do not want to go back and watch the Punisher and watch where he's been and understand where his character is. And so you could just watch this and instantly get into where his mindset is and where he's going from here. But it's just, I don't know. Like, I guess that's okay. That's great for those people. And like, this is probably a good enough jumping off point for the Punisher. Not jumping off, but jumping on, I guess, for future stuff with him. But I really just, as a longer fan, like, I just don't know that this really did much for us. And not that I expect to be appeased in every single project that the MCU puts out, but and not that I think that I wasn't, because I again, the action is really good. It feels like they really want this to be like their version of John Wick, down to like the stuff with the dog and everything like that. Like, there's very similar motivations for some of the things that Frank does here. And even also, he kills a guy with a pen. Like, I don't know. I don't want it to sound like I'm saying that the story here was bad. It just seems like it was not fully realized. And there's also just a point where, like, I don't know that I would look at the little girl in the shop, for example, and having her ideal, like, give Frank a little gift, and she just watched him murder so many people in her dad's shop. Like, what? I mean, granted, yeah, he saved her, but like, I just don't know that this little girl would be so like, hey, Mr. Castle, here's the little flower. Thank you so much. Like,
Sure.
I don't know. I don't want to go long in the tooth here. I just feel like it's left a lot to be desired for me, and I think that it was largely pointless for someone who already knows everything, who knows and seen everything that this Frank Castle has experienced and been through so far. I didn't really care for John Berthol's performance in this one. Like, again, comparing it to Gary, like, this just seems so over the top compared to that.
I was just gonna say, it's so over the top.
Yeah, and like, knowing what I know he can do because of Gary and the Bear, like, looking at this, it just it seems disingenuous, if that's the best way for me to put it. Insincere. Like, especially like when he's sitting at his daughter's grave, he's like, no. Like, all right, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Whatever. That's me.
Yeah. I had a fun time with it. I feel like this kind of scratched a little bit of my itch with not having him in Daredevil at all, and just liking the character and wanting to see him back. So giving him I don't know if you guys have seen the Raid movies, but giving him a 20-minute little section akin to the Raid movies where he just gets to kill a bunch of guys, that's fun to me. But the entire premise behind it, I thought, was pretty lazy. I actually liked like the opening 5 to 10 minutes way more than like everything past it from a story perspective, because it really was just like, let's find any excuse to just like allow him to kill a bunch of guys for the rest of the special presentation. And, just kind of low effort to get to that point, which is unfortunate, because I think the character has a lot of depth. And as much as it is like a way to kind of catch people up who haven't seen the original show, I also think you need to have something for that audience who has put in a little bit more effort and has seen the whole show. You have to give them stuff to latch onto and some more depth within that as well. Otherwise, you're just gonna like you kind of said, give them something that they've already seen, and like it can still be fun, and you're happy to see Frank Castle be Frank Castle, but it can feel just like a retread of stories that we've already seen before and not a deeper exploration of the character, which is, I think that's what we were expecting from it. We were not expecting a shallow story and then 30 minutes of straight action. I think from the trailers, we were hoping to dive deeper into the character. And just like the weird choice to make this like a completely ambiguous time period. Like we're in New York, but nothing to do with the events of Daredevil, nothing tying into like where Spider-Man will go. There's already been questions of like, okay, where is Spider-Man during the events of Brand New Day with Mayor Fisk being, the mayor? And now that's even furthered because we now have like a complete chaos, anarchy portion of the city that seems to have no connection to anything. So it's almost like they want just anytime they want to tell a story, it's almost a new playground of New York that they can do anything that they want with just to tell whatever story they want to tell with no ramifications on anything else. So it just seems a bit lazy. I still think it's enjoyable. I still think it's a fun time. I didn't regret the time watching it, but it just makes me wish that this was like, parts of this were in a longer like mini series or something. Like if we even got another season of a Punisher show, I would have much preferred that. And then some of these things I think could have, been more fleshed out and worked better. But as its own standalone, just quick thing, it very much came and went and didn't feel like this like grand, awesome continuation right after that amazing season of Daredevil. It was kind of whatever.
Yeah. I mean, y'all have said everything that needs to be said about this. I feel like it was a lot over the top in a lot of aspects, especially just like the Frank hallucinations. Like it borderline just didn't feel like the whole time I just kept thinking about that conversation with Daredevil in Born Again season 1. Really, any conversation with Daredevil that he's had. And I'm like, this doesn't feel like the same Frank to me. Like a Frank that's just literally acid tripping on like borderline gonna, take himself out right then and there. Like what he's living looks like a hell, dude. I wouldn't want to. Like I don't know. It felt so odd to me. It felt like a take on the character that doesn't feel needed right now, especially like Ben said after Daredevil Born Again season 2. I've never been a big voice of like, oh, where's Spider-Man? Spider-Man's on fraud watch just because of other stories happening. This again over the top. I was like, dude, this is like borderline way too much. How is this? How is this even like? This is like fantasy. This is like fantasy. I don't think there's any part of America that's this bad. And if there is, like, nuke it. It was just very rough. But I like I said, like Ben said, I had a good time with this one. I gave it 3.5 stars. I still had a good time with it. I texted Brandon and I was like, hey, that was really good. Like I had fun. I think it was like the kills and as soon as we get the action going and it lasts till the end, like all of that stuff is very enjoyable. That is like very cool Frank Castle stuff. I mean, I could have done without it though, like I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot, but I don't really feel like it was needed or it was.
That's my thing. And that's, I think, why I'm disappointed with it is like, I feel like I could have done without this. Like I could have not watched this and it would have meant nothing.
Yeah. Imagine like if like our grievances with it, like a character breakdown and a character study on Frank and this limbo that he's at in between Brand New Day and Daredevil Born Again season 1 and like how you can make like give this character a new life or breathe some more Disney Plus life into him so that we can get some more seasons or so we can see him in other projects. This is your moment to kind of shape him the way you want so that this next chapter, like you did with Daredevil and Born Again season 1, these next chapters after this, these special presentations, shows, movies, whatever it is, feels so good and feels warranted and feels like fresh, and it doesn't feel like we're treading new ground. I think they did an amazing job with Daredevil with that. It's not that I was necessarily hoping and going into this thinking that they would do that, but getting out of it, I'm like, man, could you imagine if they did? And could you imagine how awesome it would be if they did go that route? So the fact that they didn't, I still think it's good. I had a good time with it. I gave it a thumbs up. I texted Brandon after, and I was like, this is very good. Like, I really liked it. But, whenever you break down all the other nuances, it's like, all right, this would have been cool, like, couple years ago, like before Daredevil Born Again came out. But as of right now, it's like, all right, whatever.
It's funny. I thought you didn't like it, Aiden, because I went on Letterboxd to log Obsession, and I saw that you reviewed it, and I saw that you left and I think you do it with all your reviews, but for some reason I never see them, and I saw that you left an actual review with words, like the little icon that it shows, and so I was like, I wonder what he said, and I was like, I don't care, because I don't care about this. I don't care what. But then you put no, and so I thought you didn't like it. I was like, oh, okay. But
no, I was just doing no. Yeah. Well, because I did the same thing with Obsession. I just put like bomba clut. So I just fucking threw something there just so I felt like I had to put a comment if I watch it, but I don't think I do. I think I could just do it without the stars, because I just now went back and put the stars on it. Oh, then that's why I did that. I was just like, I need something.
You just log that you watched it. Yeah. You don't even have to log it. You could just say you watched. Like, that's what Charley does.
See, I didn't know that.
No, I log it. I do
like
log
with
it.
dates.
Yeah.
You used to not.
I used to not do it at all, but as soon as I started this year, I've been logging it every time.
I can't go back and I can't just remember it and be like, I'll log it after we record. Like, I have to log it and then go. But since y'all got spoiled on my Mortal Kombat one, I didn't put star ratings on Obsession or Punisher.
Yeah, I mean, I log them and then I go back and just
you go back. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm gonna start doing. And I hate. Can I just say, this is off topic? I absolutely hate people that do just one-liner letterbox reviews. It's just the dumbest thing ever. It's just people that are making jokes. But for me, well, one, I thought I just had to make a comment so they could stay on my page. But I don't know. I'm just I don't really feel like giving a review for this. But sometimes if the movie truly, if I truly have some thoughts on it, I'll say some words. But can I? Just one-liner letterbox reviews that people just trying to be funny, and oh god, I put them in the streets of New York that Frank Castle was in One Last Kill. That's put them there, house them there, house those people there.
And then last thing I'll say is I super don't see the point of this without knowing the future of the character other than Spider-Man. Obviously, I know he's in Spider-Man, but what is he? Are you doing more with him after this? Is he just gonna stay as a Daredevil side character in the Daredevil seasons? I feel like you make this with the intention of doing more with the Punisher, yet we, at least now, don't know of anything else that's going to be happening with the Punisher. So, I don't know. Maybe that's a nothing complaint, but just something that popped into my head. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the bigger picture is something that's being just completely ignored. Just even just the casual mention of, all these crime families and whatever, the control of New York and what, all of that, the chaos that we're in. It's it just doesn't feel compatible with where we just were with Daredevil, because that was such a significant thing. So you can't just throw a completely new, different, significant thing in the mix and have it work well. And then Spider-Man's going to act like nothing else happened. And then we're going to have more villains show up in New York. And it's at some point, it's just kind of too much overlap with not enough actual blending of anything interesting. Everything's just kind of doing its own thing. And I don't know. I don't feel like Marvel used to be that way. I feel like they always used to talk about the bigger implications of stuff happening in different locations around the world. They would have a news TV show that would be referencing an event from a different movie, or even specific overlap between movies, setting stuff up. And it was cohesive and it flowed well together. And now the sandbox has gotten so big that it's just like they can't do all of that. Which is how they've, I mean, we talked about this for a while, like more bigger picture MCU. It's like, how do you introduce mutants at this point in the MCU? That's been like a big question. And how there's certain characters that's just like, can you realistically actually bring them in at this point with where the world is, with it making sense? So I feel like it's almost gotten too big for its own good. I mean, obviously we're thinking of reboots and whatnot. So, but I don't know. Like, I think, let's say we were post reboot and they announced that there was a Punisher show or a Punisher special coming out, they'd probably just do whatever they want. So I don't know that it really matters. But anyways, I'm ranting about the bigger picture of the MCU. Doesn't really matter all that much. This thing was all right. I would have rather gotten a full-on Punisher season. I actually think I would take that over like another Daredevil season at this point, only because we've gotten a good and really good season of Daredevil these last couple of years. I don't want like all the Defenders to get their own show, but I would absolutely take another full season of Punisher.
Just as long as John Bernthal isn't head of creative on his character.
Oh, keep him the hell out of the writing room, bro.
Dude, the thing is, I just feel like the beginning of this was a good idea for the character. It's just the execution of it in the very end. I don't think was good. But also, I still harken back to, I don't know that even the beginnings of this story were a necessary place for us to see the character in, because I thought it was already implied. Like, just the fact that he goes and helps Daredevil at all with the anti-vigilante task force. Those people have nothing to do with his family. They have nothing to do with them. And he's out there doing that. So it's just like, clearly he's not only killing people that have to do with his family or only killing people that get in his way. It's just like he will go out of his way to help people who are doing or being wronged. Like he did it in season 2 of the original Daredevil show. He killed the pawn shop guy who had the freaking CP. Like, I don't know, bruh. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. The Boys, season 5, episode 7. The penultimate episode to the entire series as a whole. The finale is coming out here in just a couple of days. Charlie,
I know. I know Ben hated this episode. The way he's just saying that.
He's like,
the way he's saying that.
Penultimate remind
of the
you
entire show.
Just to remind you, second to last episode of The Boys that we are ever going to see outside of their hundreds of spinoffs that they're definitely going to do. Season 5, episode 7, initial reaction in 3, 2, 1.
It's kind of getting hard to defend the show. Like I'm so tired of coming back with a great episode, but for the season, great episode for the season. The more edits I see of A-Train and everything that happened in episode 1 and how great all of that was, looking back and being like, we have one more episode. Cool, man. Like, what have we been doing? And I've been sitting here trying to defend it, and we get Frenchie's death. Womp womp. Like, God, come on, man. Like, we've needed so much more.
Was it?
We've needed so much more.
It was.
Listen,
I didn't really feel much.
A day in your life.
Good line.
I'll agree with you that Frenchie's part of that was handled well, but Homelander's not in the slightest. Like,
What do you mean?
What are we talking about that he kills Frenchie and then just like leaves? Like,
yeah, he leaves because he was interested in the thing before Frenchie did anything. He just doesn't
and
check
then
that.
Everybody shows up. Okay, and sorry, I know I'm cutting you off, Aiden. I just have to get this off my chest because it's been bothering me since I watched the episode.
I have the same sentiments.
This episode would have been literally the exact same if Homelander did not get the V1. And that is pissing me off. That is
yeah.
pissing me off. So we had this crazy ending that we were like, okay, like let's ramp it up. Stakes are high, whatever. Butcher going, run. All of a sudden, what's the opening scene of this episode? Is it Annie and MM vaping and meeting up with Marie
dude.
and
I thought
Is
about
that-
Charlie in that moment. Just yeah, cool.
Dude,
why is this needed?
why are they vaping?
Why do
Why?
I?
but we don't like it. I don't understand how we go from that ending to this episode. Like, there's legitimately just like maybe that's the next morning, but either way, there's a big time jump of like a huge cliffhanger that we're just not gonna touch. We're not even. I don't even think it was mentioned, like how they escaped, whatever. And so it would almost be like Homelander did what he did after killing Frenchie, which is like he got the V1 and then just left. It's like, why? Like, he would be able to tell, we know this, he would be able to see all of them right there in the woods. Like we see him use his X-ray vision in this episode. So it's like so stupid. Like you don't even, it's the opposite of Breaking Bad, where it's like, let's write our characters into impossible situations, but then actually have a good, thoughtful solution to get them out of it. And here it's like, let's put them in impossible situations and then, oh, never mind. They're out of the impossible situation. Like, the stakes are so gone. It's so stupid. V1 has had no effect on anything. They're just going to remove it this last episode and kill Homelander. None of it matters. It's so stupid. It's pissing me off.
Also, just like, do you really think Homelander just would give Frenchie just a nice, calm, quiet death so that Kimiko can come in and say her goodbyes? Like, in what world would he not just completely obliterate Frenchie? What does he have to lose? Again, he has V1. No, he just leaves, and Frenchie essentially just got stabbed in the gut and bled out so he can have his dying moment with Kimiko. And I'm like, we're sacrificing,
to be honest. Like, if
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what
depending
we're
on the
sacrificing
injury.
this for. Like, we're sacrificing
technically,
this
Ben,
badass
you and I know he
Homelander
could be
moment.
saved even now with Marie, but
yeah, but like, come on, are we kidding? Are we actually
not-
serious
yeah,
about the
it's not
2
gonna
minutes, the 2 minutes of Gen V characters when basically this whole setup of like Marie is as powerful as Homelander, and now Starlight, who has been on Fraud Watch this whole season, by the way, barely done anything,
Jeez, dude.
is gonna sit there and tell Marie, what's all of that power good for if you don't know how to use it, if you can't control it?
Dude, she
What are
won
we
her
doing?
first fight against Dognot. I don't even know who this fool is, and I already know he's just like a
So
nobody,
stupid.
bro. And like, I didn't even watch it. I mean, I watched a recap for Gen V, and I'm like, they recruited these people at the end of their season, and we have not seen them one bit. And the first time we see them is Starlight telling them, "Back up! You don't know how to use your power. Stay away." And then comes back by the end of the episode and says, "I want you back." Why? What are we, Eric Kripke, bro? Genuinely, what goes on in your head? Like, are you just like sitting there with your thumb up your ass, dude? Like, what are we doing? This is your final season.
he wrote
Like,
it for Clara.
God.
He wrote it for Clara.
Can I just say,
He
Yeah,
wrote it
he
for
did.
Clara
I know
He wrote
that
it for bloody Clara.
because this is what she would have wanted.
that's so terrible.
Buca
That's
de
so
Beppo.
Buca de Beppo. Edging in the back of your Rev 4. So I know we obviously every couple weeks we got to hit our quota and mention the Escape Pod podcast. I hope that next week after the
Shout out.
finale that one of their next episodes is Eric Kripke, just so I can see them. I know that they will absolutely eat him alive and not hold back, because they did that with like their qualms for Invincible. So I hope that we get to see it, because all that I've seen so far is like interviews or public statements from Eric Kripke, basically like self-glazed, defending himself, like not understanding the pushback and thinking that he did something incredible and put a lot of time and effort and care into the ending of his show.
Mm-hmm.
General consensus, the audience is not feeling that at all.
Yeah.
There's no acknowledgement of any of this like huge downfall of the show. It just, I don't know. I need to see like some real deal journalism to hold them accountable for this.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Um,
Something.
I guess like some positives because I liked it a little bit more than you guys, even though I agree with every point that you guys have put forth. Um, I think Frenchie's death scene was great. My only thing that I'd say to you, Aiden, is like I don't think he has a reason to massacre Frenchie. Like at that point, Frenchie tells him that like they already replicated Soldier Boy's powers, which by the way we called that last week. We called that. I think it was you, Ben. I think you said it.
I said, it would be
shout out New
stupid.
Rockstars. Dude,
Did
it
they
was my
say
girl
that?
Jessica.
Yeah, who hosted the video?
It was my girl Jessica, bro. I called. I was like, yeah, they pointed it out. I think that's what they're gonna do. And
Oh, okay, you brought it up last week. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I remember saying I thought it would be stupid because we went from MacGuffin to MacGuffin to give Homelander the V1 only to not even use it for one episode, which I had originally said. He didn't really use it for an episode, and now it's just going to go away and he's going to get killed, and who cares?
Yeah. I think killing Frenchie slow, like he probably also gets like a sick, twisted idea of fun from that. It's like letting him die. He probably just because like they were in that enriched uranium room, so he probably just like cut him open so the uranium was even could get into his body faster, that kind of thing, and I don't know, just left him there. But sure, yeah, it is kind of contrived, like it just so Kimiko can have her moment, which I think Kimiko's actress, forget her name, did it. I think it's Karen Fuka something, Fukahashi, I don't know.
yeah, just stop.
But she did a great job there. I think. Please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I thought that was really good acting for the moment. And I wanted to highlight also MM's moment. I don't know why he was in the name of this episode, but it didn't really seem like he had much to put forth here other than this little monologue. But I think it was a good monologue nonetheless of just like how he got the name Mother's Milk and he's proud of it. I liked that a lot. Which I'm just saying this as like a haha funny, but contrasting that with immediately after that happens, Dog Nod and the cat girls start sniffing each other's asses, which like I'm not going to complain about that scene too much just because
whoa. What are you about to say here?
That is the blood of the show. The show has always been like that, but I do have the caveat, and as Aiden mentioned, or I think one of you guys mentioned it in your little review here, we say every week, probably shouldn't be in the last season. You probably, especially in the penultimate episode, should probably be tightening some things up. And you can have moments like that, but don't like drag them out like that in specific moments like this. And of course, every week, Anthony Starr, he's a shiner. He's always great. Especially like the little promo that they shot of him talking to Jesus. Like I thought that was good.
So stupid. Also, can I say something? I hate that that's the storyline this season. Like it feels so cheap to me, and it's not something that really stood out. I guess the episode before this, it kind of started to stick out. It definitely started to stick out a little bit, but I wasn't very vocal about it because I did enjoy the episode somewhat. I just don't like it, man. I don't like it, especially seeing edits of like season 3 and Billy and Homelander's season 1, like their previous encounters. And like you think about season 1 Homelander, and I've seen a bunch of edits and stuff of like, he talked and he held himself as like, I'm this great guy, and there were people out there that were like, Homelander's a really good guy, and then behind the scenes we knew what was going on, and Butcher was the one that was wanting to go kill him and kill the Supes, and then it just gets so like a game of telephone levels of just bad. And throwing in like I complained about this last season with the Starlighters versus Homelanders or whatever it was. And then now doing this season, it's just like, man, we've lost the plot like big time. You look at the first 3 seasons compared to 4 and 5, it is night and day how different these shows are. And I'm feeling it. And I think that's a big reason of why these past 2 seasons have sucked. I'll just say that have not been good. And I hate that this is the direction that we're going. You know, I think back to season 3, how high I was on this show when season 3 finished because of the direction that we were going. It felt like this was the crazy, oh my gosh, this could end this season, and I could see a finale come in because we're hitting the peak of this story. And then season 5 just completely pivoted. And man, the God stuff is just like, I know this isn't where you were going, Charlie. I know it's just like a joke at that clip, but I hate it. I hate it, man. It's just, you can feel it, you can taste it. It's just like a weird sensation in the air that's been lingering throughout this entire season. I feel like
That's funny. That's funny.
You make a good point though, Aiden. Like, upon reflection, we had a really good first season, a great third season. Otherwise, it's been I hate the whole the final season is making me reflect back poorly on the whole show, but it's happening. It very much is happening.
That's why season 2, I think, is better than season 4. I didn't have these feelings. Like, say what you want about season 2. These feelings weren't persistent. These feelings weren't coming to light. Like, we still had some cool, I don't know, Homelander just used to be so behind the scenes evil. And it felt like us as the audience, it was a treat to see who that was behind closed doors, where now it's like, it's on display for everyone. And it feels like the world in this universe has just gotten dumber and dumber. And it's just out in the open what Butcher and all them are doing. Whenever it used to be so fun when it was low key and only they knew. And like they were recruiting other people that were hurt by it and also knew. It's just, I don't know, man. Sorry. There's my rant for the episode.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'd say is the way things have ramped up, I feel like that's just par for the course. I think that it had to happen at some point for Homelander to be more out in the open. Here's where something like I will agree with, and I'll present also a new point, is that there's no follow through with a lot of the things that they set up. And I cannot believe that I myself or any of us didn't have a complaint about this. Maybe we did, and I don't remember us talking about it. But the Flight 3747 video, the way that was put forth originally, presented, Annie's like, I'll put this fucking video out, and what the fuck are you gonna do? And then he's like, I'll start with the power station. I'll start with electrical stations, and first I'll attack the power grid, then the water system, and you know what, I'll just take out New York after that because I fucking feel like it. And like that, I remember us talking about that moment on the podcast. We can probably find a clip of it, of just how the doom and dread that I felt in that moment. Like, oh my gosh, bro, he means this. And then what do they do at the beginning? And it feels weird because maybe we didn't talk about it because it was in episode 1, and the highlight of episode 1 was everything with A-Train.
Yeah.
But they just threw that video away. That's literally what they did. Like, they had the moment where Annie puts it out, and then there's the second where like Homelander starts to turn on his heat vision, like he's about to kill everybody in the room, and then Sage pipes up and says, "No, we got this," and we turn it into an AI thing. Which also, knowing her plan now, that doesn't. Why just let him do that? Then let him do that, and then that would also put you forth towards your war thing, and then it raises the stakes of the show. It like in the last season, it instantly just skyrockets everything. The potential of everything just goes off from there, man. And I just, somebody pointed that out on Twitter. I don't remember who it was. And I cannot believe we didn't talk about that and didn't focus on it, because that is a huge thing. I feel like that is an irredeemable, inexcusable thing that they did. Just writing off the Flight 47 video that's been hanging over his head for the past 2 seasons, and they just throw it away like it's nothing. And they make it mean nothing. Charley. Like that's egregious.
That's what I'm talking. I just look back and see Ben just laying down. That's what I'm.
That just reminded me of Sage, and When I went on my little rant earlier, she wasn't even mentioned, but I brought it up last week, and just the thought of her is like, oh my gosh, it's actually so
It-
cooked. It's so chopped.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm like talking about. Like it felt like there used to be consequences almost like that flight 737 video or whatever it was. Like that was a couple of people seeing him in this state, and that could not be released because everyone just assumes that soups are great people. Nobody knows that these things are staged, yada yada yada. Like that felt like there were stakes there was consequences there. And now he just does that like he could do that on a whim and no one would care. He's done stuff like that in public and nobody cares. And it's like, where do you even take the show when it comes to things like that? You know, we're living in the worst timeline when it comes to, hey, what happens if we were to go all the way with this and take away all the consequences of Homelander being evil in public? And so that just adds on to the point. I mean, yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. And also the person who said this on Twitter, and Aiden, I mean, maybe you'll have referenced this because you watched a recap, but the reason that the virus exists, the soup virus exists, is because of the Flight 47 video or 37, whatever it is. That is the reason the virus exists. The dean of the college in Gen V, one of her family members was on that flight and died. And she saw what Homelander did. And so she initiated this doctor to start making a soup virus. That's the reason we have that. And they just throw that video away. They throw it away. That is just crazy to think about, man.
Yeah.
Like this final season has so many problems, man. And it sucks because as one of you mentioned, like this season has also so many good episodes, but just not for a final season. Couple smaller issues I have. Homelander just choking out Soldier Boy. Like, oh, I didn't realize it was that easy.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
And I've heard that we're not going to see him
killing Black
at all in the final
deep killing.
episode.
What'd you say?
I've heard we're not seeing Soldier Boy at all in the final.
Yeah, that
episode.
was reported by Discussing Film. Yeah.
Well,
and if that's the case,
people were saying
holy
it's
shit,
so that
dude.
they could do like they could pick up the Vought Rising from that point. Like they're essentially
Terrible.
sacrificing the final season for Vought Rising.
Yeah,
Like
like the
for
season
setup for
finale of
Vought
Vought Rising would be like a jump forward to him in the future, or in the technically the present right now. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. Yes, the deep and noir thing. I wanted to, even though that was last episode, I wanted to talk about that because like that's what he like as one. So they never talked about how he's narcoleptic again. Like he was narcoleptic in season 4. Never happened again this season. Also, he can get stabbed. Granted, it's by a soup, but still, it's just a knife. He can get stabbed, but he can have a barrage of bullets shot at him, and nothing pierces his skin. And then also, he can be choked with a microphone cord. All right, man. All right, you can fly, right? Can't you fly? Why don't you just fucking fly? Deep can't fly. Like, what the fuck? Little cool moment though. Samuel L. Jackson voicing a shark in the episode. That was cool.
Yep. Anytime I can get a little MF out of Samuel L. Jackson, I'm there for it. I didn't actually recognize it like immediately. It was probably like 10 seconds in that I was just like, wait a second. Wait.
That's Samuel Jackson.
Cool. But then the Deep just like bailing? Like,
well, he did that just because he doesn't want to die. Because he said if he steps a toe in the water, we're gonna kill you. And so he's not.
But
he didn't want to save
like
that guy.
him not doing that isn't gonna probably get him killed anyways. I don't know.
Oh, sure.
It seems a little stupid, and the fact that like, I mean, we don't really know the Deep's quote unquote underwater powers. Like we've seen him ride aquatic animals, but other than that, we haven't seen anything else that's really water related, even though he literally has gills. Like I don't know. It's weird.
I did like Sam Jack, the shark. He's like, "Come on, Kev, get in the water, man!" Before he starts telling him that he's gonna kill him. Hey, man, come on, just take a little dip. I don't know, good stuff. Good stuff. Enjoyable moments. I think you guys have made me lower my score on the not score, but just my thoughts.
It just like it. I just actively get pissed off thinking about it and watching it. So it's kind of hard for me not to like only express negativity, even though there's good. I was gonna say moments, but I would like micro moments that happen. I don't even think that the moments as a whole are good because they're usually parts of them are usually tainted by other things. So there's small bits of things that I think are good, but as the penultimate episode, not good enough.
Yeah.
And a short finale.
Yeah, it's not. It's just gonna be an hour like every other episode, and there's so much to do, bro. Like I don't see it happening. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Good grief.
With that being said, we'll move into our final topic of conversation for tonight's episode. The new horror film Obsession, directed by Curry Barker. Our initial reaction in 3, 2, 1.
Peak cinema, baby. Peak
Charley
cinema,
with
bro.
the peak cinema?
Peak cinema.
Wait,
that's peak.
I like it.
Peak cinema. It is knocking at a Project Hail Mary's door for #1 movie of the year for me.
Oh, I like it.
Is
how is
knocking.
it, I know you're not a big horror fan, so like for horror movies all time, would this be like one of your favorites?
Oh, it is. It's my top horror movie of all time. I think it beats out Sinners. Even Sinners is like horror adjacent.
Whoa.
I think it beats out Sinners for me. Yeah, I think it does.
Holy bumba, indeed.
I think it does, man.
Gosh.
Just like
All right.
because like I would argue, I know it is technically labeled horror, but like our Sinners, for the large section of the movie, I don't think that like it's more like thriller than horror. It's more like horror adjacent thriller action-esque maybe. Not that like, I mean, I guess if I want to put it in the horror tab, maybe it's not better than Sinners. But I guess I don't view Sinners as a straight up horror movie. But like from a horror movie perspective, the things it makes you fucking feel, bro, like it leaps and bounds above Sinners as a horror concept. Obviously, Sinners makes you feel things. It makes you feel numerous things. But this, sitting in those creepy, eerie moments, I'm cringing. I'm not wanting to look at the screen. I'm like, oh hell nah. Like so many different like feelings all at once that I just. Let me say it like this. Part of what for me I don't care for in horror movies, jump scares don't work for me. They hardly ever get me. Except I get jump scared at stuff that has this. I don't even think is supposed to jump scare you. I think back to last year. What was that? What was that war movie with Will Poulter and Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I forget,
Warfare.
bro. Warfare. Thank you. I was going to say modern warfare.
I was thinking of Civil War, but same director.
Yeah, same director. Like I think there's a moment in that movie that scared me. I think it was when the jet they do the Passover, like that. Yeah. Just how loud that got. That scared me as a jump scare. But jump scares largely don't work on me. And I saw this in an interview with Curry Barker, the director, after I saw the movie. And like he put it very succinctly, and I think it was with Straw Hat Goofy actually. He said that like the modern day jump scare is just like that feeling of like, oh, I don't like that. Like that's not a get that away
Yes.
from me kind of thing. And I completely agree because like that's where you get me is those kind of feelings. And this movie has that in mass. And it's just, oh my gosh. And then of course, Indy Navarrete, her performance is phenomenal. Like she's being rightfully praised in every facet. Like this, it is truly something to behold. And I don't know. I can rave about this movie the whole time, I guess.
Yeah.
So
What you just said is something that needs to be like really highlighted, which is like this kind of unsettling horror is a million times better than a lot of the stuff that we get nowadays, stuff that's overly reliant on jump scares or even like an Evil Dead or something like that. That's like it's not even necessarily jump scary as much as it is just like gross. Like I would
Sure.
much rather feel an uncomfortability because of the situation that's happening and not because what I'm looking at is like just a disgusting thing or just a cheap jump scare or whatever. So absolutely, I think that's true. And I am here to make a bold claim, and I'm going to make it early on so that we can talk about it.
Oh gosh.
I think that Michael Johnston as Bear in this movie is actually the best performance in the movie.
No.
Oh yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
And the reason why I think that is I think for Indy, obviously great performance for her as Nikki, but she is doing like she's kind of just tapped into the crazy, if that makes sense. Obviously there's still like a lot of variety, but in general, like it's a very, all of it is kind of on the extreme side of things, whereas I feel like the progression that Bear's character goes throughout the movie, to me, like I just think he's being very overlooked, and I actually think like the kind of reaction to her crazy side of things, ultimately I found to be like a little bit more like impressive, only for the reason of just like she almost had the freedom, and this has been confirmed by like the whole cast and Curry and whatnot as they've done interviews and whatnot. But she had a lot of freedom with like how she did her crazy and tapped into her crazy.
Yeah.
And so I actually think that she had more, I guess freedom is the best way to put it, to pick like a range of what that looked like. Whereas for Michael Johnston, he then had to have like the proper reaction to what that ended up being. So obviously, like I praise both of them, and I think a lot of the talk is going to be on Indy, and especially with Amy Madigan winning for Weapons last year. Like there's people who are saying send her to the Oscars. It could happen. It could happen in a horror movie. And I don't disagree with anybody who's saying that. I just think we're seriously seeing Michael Johnston being overlooked for his performance as Bear, as kind of just like the reaction and the secondary side of Nikki in the movie.
Sure. I could agree that he's probably being a little overlooked, but I don't know that he's the best performance. But
Also,
I know
he is also one of the worst characters in fiction ever.
Yeah,
like
he's
it was
a horrible
borderline
person.
very uncomfortable. I linking it to like Talk to Me a lot. How I felt during Talk to Me versus how I felt in this movie, solely because you take the premise, you take a bare bones premise, at face value, and what you can do with it, how cool you can make that. The director, fully leaning into that and exploring it is so fascinating to me. And I feel the same way about both of those movies, where one of the main scenes is where we get a peek into, and I'm forgetting exactly what happened in the scene, but we get a peek into what a character who is in a coma right now, what they are experiencing. And it is literal hell. Like you think about it and you're like, if I ever have to experience anything like that, I'm cooked. Like I'm done for.
Yeah.
I cannot physically think of anything worse than what I am seeing on screen right now. And that feeling of dread and just like the walls closing in on you, it's what I felt during Talk to Me, and it's what I felt whenever he said, "Oh, do you want to do you want to hear her? This is her right here. This is Nikki. And she's just screaming violently through the phone. Things like that are just it's like it's a feeling that is few and far in between, if I'm saying the phrase right, when it comes to horror movies. And Talk to Me, amazing experience. The feelings I felt in that movie, I didn't think I'd be able to feel it again. And that's what Obsession was bringing out of me. Just the feeling of dread throughout the entire movie, but also when it comes to these lives and putting yourself in these people's shoes. Even just the moment of Sarah telling him, hey, Ian, I think his name was, Ian and Nikki have been hooking up on and off like for years.
Mhm.
It's like, damn, dude, like just his face dropping right there. It's like, yo, bro, you are done for. Like you're like, even just that. I know he's a horrible person, but I'm like, that's gotta sting. Like your buddy's just smashing the girl of your dreams on and off for the past couple of years, and you just did this wish on her and ruin her life, and you're just gonna keep doing it. Like, everyone sucks. Everyone absolutely sucks.
Yeah,
it's like fuck, it's a lot.
He is such a terrible person because like right before the wish happens, getting the opportunity when she asks him,
oh my God,
do you like me? And she's like, now would be the time to tell me. And the fact that like
do y'all think she had feelings for him? I didn't know if this is where you're going, Ben, but I want to ask this before I forget. Do you think that she had feelings for him?
Oh man.
Off of that scene, I would have said yes, but then later on, if Sarah, it depends if Sarah was lying or if Ian was lying about Sarah saying it. We're told that apparently Nikki said that she looks at Bear as like a little brother. So like, if that's the case, then no. But
I
off
like
that scene, yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would be more inclined to believe that Nikki actually did like him and that Sarah is lying to try and get with him because Sarah likes him, is what I would be more inclined to believe.
It also, like, the way I think about it is like he went through all of this when he could have easily just said, yes, I have feelings for you, and it could have worked out. Like that feeling right there, that thought makes this movie like enhances literally everything that happened, because it's like, dude, you just screwed everything. But I'm sorry,
he
man,
literally he could have just said, I wish that I had told Nikki that I had feelings for her. Like that, he could have just said that, but instead, going to the extreme. But yeah, I don't see Ian, like, based on their friendship and Ian also pushing him to ask Nikki out and talk to her and whatnot. I don't know if I can believe that behind Bear's back he's been sleeping with Nikki. I don't know if I can really buy into that.
He told Bear at the end of the movie.
Oh yeah,
like, I was gonna tell you. Like I was gonna tell you, but I still don't even think that like, I still don't really think there's a lot of weight there either. It's like, yeah, maybe they just hooked up and like one time a long time ago, but he's like, no, dude, genuinely go for her. And like, I'm not gonna tell you we hooked up because like it's gonna ruin things with us, but I think you should. I still don't see why he would be pushing so hard for him to ask her out if he didn't think that there was truly a chance there. So I think regardless of that, our point still stands. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
It's just, and like there's the idea of the way, if the movie went this way, like where he did profess his feelings and she didn't feel that way, same way in that car there, and then he made the wish. Like, then he's just an outright villain throughout the movie. And I think that I like this approach more. Because, like, initially he makes the wish and he doesn't know if it worked right away. Of course, like, he definitely has his thought. Like, he's not a stupid character. I mean, a little bit, sure. But, like, he has, like, those... If he's genuinely not thinking at all in that very moment, when he starts noticing her acting weird, that like what just happened, like if he just looks at that as a coincidence, okay. But then I think that there's a little part of him that might think that it worked, and then he's trying to like find a way to justify it by like looking up the MDMA thing and like justifying, oh no, she's only acting this way. He's trying to get himself out of it, in a sense. But then the moment where he is inexcusable, unredeemable to me, is after that phone call when he finds out about the friend zone thing in the restaurant. And then he goes back and sits down with her and he says, "Do you love me?" And she says, "Of course I love you." And he says, "More than anyone in the world." He knows why he was wording it like that. And she said, "Yes, more than anyone in the world." At that moment, the wish worked. The wish fucking worked. And what do? You go home and you have sex with her right after that. What the fuck? Yep. You are graping her. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Oh my God. Like, I mean, sure, he doesn't know how the wish works. Like, he doesn't know that it's her conscious being separated, but like, you should have some sort of idea of her acting differently. Like, you've known Nikki for how long? You should know that this isn't exactly how she acts. Like, I don't know. He's at that point. That's the point where he crosses the line. He's irredeemable. And then he doubles down with the phone call, which I wish I hadn't seen this in the marketing, but the phone call where he asks to alter the wish, which I think this was the very first trailer for the movie. Like, can I alter a wish? But before he says the alter thing, he's presented with the option to cancel, even though that wasn't really an option. But he doesn't know that. He's presented with, "Would you like to cancel your wish?" He's like, no. Can I just alter it? You're a piece of shit.
God,
and then, dude, the one that killed me though, like obviously the restaurant one killed me, the very first revelation. But the one that killed me is in the bedroom when possessed Nikki or whatever is asleep. And real Nikki's talking through her. And she's like, "Please kill me, Mare. Please, please, please. Please don't wake her up." And he says, "Oh my God, this loser." He says, would being with me really be that bad that you'd like to die instead?" Like, oh my God. And he just walks away. Dude, fuck this fucking guy, man. Holy shit.
It is so like, it is the movie of dread and torment. Like, you just have to be a bystander, like a witness to this torture of this poor girl. It is horrible. It's so hard to watch, dude. And yeah, that moment, she's like, "Please just kill me." I was like, "Oh my God, what are we doing?" Bro, I sat there and I was like, "What are we actually doing with this movie? Like, this is fucking demented." Someone check Curry Barker's fucking head, dude. Holy shit.
No, it's great. And so, like, some of the little things that happen in the movie made me realize how genius some of their marketing was. Like, I remember, I think it was Discussing Film that was just like, "Oh, we just got sent a pizza by Nikki. Should we eat it?" And I was like, "What? Like, what does this mean?" And then you get to the scene with the sandwich, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." It's just...
Oh, dude, what a super low-key moment that was like bone chilling is when he's like talking with her. He's like, "What you did last night was scary. Like, I want to make sure we're good." And he's like, "Okay, we're fine." And he turns around and his face just drops. And you're like, "Bro, what is going on?" And he just cuts and it's all duct taped. Like, that is just such like it's such a like nothing moment. It's such a low-key moment. But like, that was like one of the scariest moments in the movie for me. Just turning, like, the camera cutting and it's just duct taped everywhere. I was like, this is twisted.
Yeah,
bro.
that and then like right before that, when he gets home and realizes that she had been standing there all day waiting for him to come home. That whole thing of just like, because at that point, like, we had kind of gone back and forth with, like, even right when the wish happened, like, there was kind of these snap back and forth of the wish being active, but then kind of Nikki coming back and be like, "Whoa, I'm acting weird. Like, let me go inside," whatever. It kind of went like a little bit back and forth, but then at some point when it just like kind of fully locked in with this new entity, Nikki we'll call her. And yeah, some of those moments just like so uncomfortable, and just like the ability to commit to a concept the way that they did and explore that in such uncomfortable ways. I just think that it's awesome to see that from like a brand new filmmaker, just because it shows that like new people coming into the space and bringing their ideas and whatnot is only going to be a positive thing when you could see outcomes like this. We haven't even mentioned that even the aspect ratio of this movie is in 4:3. Like, that's not even a topic of conversation. Like, how it was filmed, the coloring. Another uncomfortable scene in the movie is the scene where she's watching him sleep, and just like the lighting within that scene combined with the vocal performance, just
Her face is like distorted.
yeah.
Bro, the sound in that scene, my heart was in my fucking stomach, bro. Like when the moment when she's in the dark and then like she disappears later, and you just hear her screaming off in the distance somewhere. Fuck. And then right after that, when he tries to get out of bed, and she's stay, like, oh my god.
No, the moment that like made me shit myself was the fucking reverse walking, where like she reversed
slow-mo
into the kitchen. I was like, fuck this.
Wait, she actually might be crazy.
Dude, gosh, it's horrible. What a fucked up, twisted movie. I want 20 more. Like, give them all to me, dude.
I want to talk about the ending. We've talked spoilers, but spoilers ahead. So as the ending was happening, I had a million things going through my head, and I actually feel like they could have ended this movie like 5 different ways, and all of them could have worked very, very well. Obviously, like a route that they could have gone is she doesn't make a wish, and then he just overdoses and whatever. And then the other thing that was happening is right as the actual ending was happening, I thought to myself, I was just like, I don't know if I like this ending with him overdosing and then Nikki waking up. I actually thought that if he had truly like contemplated shooting himself, contemplated drugging himself, but then he was trying to gag it up before he got snapped into his wish. I thought, man, if he had actually like tried to basically escape 2 times, but then this whole thing of he's just like a big wuss and can never commit to anything. Like that's his whole problem. Yep. If he did that 2 times and then ended up with her, I thought that would have been a little better. But then like in a moment of realization as he was dying, I was like, oh wait, she's about to wake up. And then obviously like holding the gun, I'm like, oh my gosh. So between the dynamic of like he had 2 opportunities to kill himself that would have woken her up, and then obviously with her wish that she was doing, like there's all of those concepts at play all at the same time, that like I feel like any of those avenues would have been a really interesting ending. Ultimately, I like the one that they went with, mainly because like I think how they then actually ended the movie was done very well, which is like the camera does the flip and then we just kind of linger on the credits with the kind of torment happening, which obviously like that's terrible, but that's like such a good way to end the movie. It reminds me of a movie that they said that at least Indy said she was inspired by, which is Pearl. And Aiden, if you remember the ending of that movie,
or is she just laughing the entire time, or is
it's
she
like Mia? Oh, you've seen it? You've seen it?
I talked about it on the podcast.
Oh no, she's just smiling. She's just smiling at the credits.
Yeah, credits.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a 2.5, 3-minute take of Mia Goth with the credits rolling. So similar kind of thing. So I just like, I'm very impressed because usually when I get to an ending of a high concept movie, it's usually like, okay, I'll be happy if they do this. I won't be happy if they do this. There's not a ton of options, but I feel like they explored so many creative things that could have worked out well for the ending. And that just goes to show like how well they wrote everything up to that point where there's so many different ways things could go.
I will say there have been 2 movies all year, and I had to double check my letterbox. There have been 2 movies all year that I've seen that about a quarter or a halfway through the movie, I was like, I wish, like, part of me wishes I could just like skip to the end because I'm dying. I'm literally clawing to see how this ends, but I want to see the journey so bad. It's just such a weird like conflict I have in my head.
What's the other one?
I'm genuinely so excited to see how this ends, and it's a drama. This and the drama were the only 2 movies this year where I'm like, I am genuinely so excited to see how this ends. I'm just excited for the journey. Like if this were going to go on another 2 hours, I'm more than happy. I'm so excited to see where we take this and how it ends. And I felt that when they were laying in bed, I think after they had just finished having sex, or maybe it was when she's like screaming at him after watching him sleep. And I'm like, how do you end this? Like, I want to get to the end so bad, but I also just want to sit in this moment because I'm enjoying this so much and I'm so locked in. Especially so yeah, I mean, all props to the ending. I liked it a lot. I think it was like, all right, how do you make this even worse? Have him kill himself, take the
Sleeping pills.
what's the word I'm looking for? No, like the coward's way out. Have him take the coward's way out, and then have that break her curse. So now she's just sitting there with all three of her friends dead, and it's all her doing, and she's just woken back up. How do you make this worse? Oh yeah, you do that, and then you just end the movie. Yeah. That's absolutely brutal, Fuck. Man. Again, just driving home the point that Bear is like literally the worst character in all of fiction. Did you see the report that there was like one of the endings was her killing herself, so they still had blood on the ceiling, and you can see it in the take. Like when it ends and it's moving, you can see blood on the ceiling from the first take of the original ending.
Yeah. There's so many things in that ending that like I'm sure there's lots of Easter eggs that will be noticed upon further viewing, but like obviously after Sarah was killed, which
oh my gosh.
My gosh. Apparently they cut out like 5 head smashes because it would have gotten an NC-17 rating, which I'm kind of shocked by that because like I don't really know how that would have like scratched the surface of being NC-17. I feel like there's plenty of R-rated movies that have done way worse. Obviously still like a brutal scene, but Nikki tattooed herself and was wearing Sarah's clothes, was wearing her hair, I'm pretty sure, as well, all in that final scene. Like knowing that, you know, her suspicion that Bear had feelings for Sarah now, like, because she is not convinced that he loves her as much as she loves him, she's trying to become what she thinks he likes in Sarah. So just like, you know, that at first I was just like, okay, I understand that Sarah was killed, but like, why is her naked body just sitting here? And it's like, oh, because, you know, she was scalped and her clothes were taken and whatever. And somehow we had time to draw on ourselves and whatnot. But just like a crazy way to kind of bring everything together. And then Ian showing up just to get shot.
Why did he go there? I just like, he said, bro, I have $1 billion. He was there. He watched you do that. Like, why did you have to come to the fucking, why'd you got to go to his house, bro?
That got a chuckle, but it really, like, I would have thought if he was going there, he would have been like begging for an apology and trying to help him. But
sure,
he was like,
yeah, it was kind of odd that he just like completely tones. I'm like, do you not? I mean, I guess he wouldn't have understood the weight of the situation going on right now, but like you're trying to call Sarah, like you got some weird, you like Bear just shows up covered in blood and doesn't ever give you an explanation, and you're just like, I got $1 billion, bro. Like, okay, that was kind of a weird shift for a second, dude. Honestly, and her acting, the way she just like back in,
right
just
back
yelling
to it,
at him.
bro.
Yeah.
So I honestly scream it. Oh my gosh.
For Ian's character when he was about to do his wish, because like obviously I knew we were building up to like, okay, he's gonna wish something that Bear doesn't want him to wish, and it's gonna be bad. Yeah. I honestly thought he was gonna be like, fine, if this works, I wish I was dead or something like that. Like something a little bit more, not a positive for him, but something that would have caused a little bit more harm or whatever. But
yeah.
I saw somebody tweet before I saw the movie. Someone was like, they quote tweeted the trailer or someone's review, and they were like, this is why my point still, and they hadn't watched the movie, but they were like, this is why my point still stands that wishing for $1 billion never goes wrong. And someone quote tweeted it and was like, crazy you say that.
That's pretty good.
I like how it all just fell from the sky too. Like it just started filling up his house. I think that was a cool moment. And I like he just sits there and stares at him. And like I that's a nod to Michael Johnson's performance too. Like he just the anger in his face and the disappointment as he's looking at Ian, like you just wasted my last opportunity. Because like, sure, he's gonna go home and try for Nikki, but like, there's no way Nikki's gonna do that. But something else I wanted to say, like, funnily enough, with having him go and ask Ian for to wish for that, everything that as I was watching it with Cassidy, she had so many like, I just do this, I just do that. The movie did all of those things that she would do, and like he's still like this. It still ended up going in that direction, in the direction that it went in, and so I love it for that. And just because she's like, I'd just go ask my friend to make the wish for me. I'm like, all right, well look what happened. But I truly, I can't speak highly enough of this movie. I mean, oh dude, also the scene of when he opens the letter after Sarah's dead and then like she got in, like, man, that fucking hits. Just phenomenal stuff, bro. I agree that like maybe we should take a look at Curry Barker, because like he's got this man, he's got some demons up there. But
it's great though. Like the fact that he's doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie already,
gosh,
like that franchise as a whole, which I've only seen a couple of the movies, so I can't speak, in totality for them. But like from the ones that I've seen, they're complete buns. So like if you just tell me that somebody who is a newer voice in horror that like clearly has a deep creative bag is going to be attached to a franchise movie like that, I'm in. Like I'm very excited now for a franchise that I couldn't care less about at this point.
Yeah. It's my 5th favorite movie of the year. I gave it 4 stars.
4.5 stars.
Number
for me.
2.
Yeah, it's number two. It's number 2 for me right now as well.
But I haven't seen
truly,
Nirvana and
yeah, I haven't seen that either.
Well, like
I don't remember what your other ones are that I haven't seen, Aiden.
The
you have it behind the
2
drama
movies behind the. So I have there's 2 movies on here in my top 5 that I have over Obsession that I was higher on than y'all 2. My list goes Project Hail Mary, Nirvana, The Drama, Bone Temple, Obsession. Like I loved Bone Temple, and I
loved Bone Temple too. But
I loved The Drama. I could maybe even make a case for Bone Temple, but I gave Bone Temple 4.5, and it's 4 stars. I'm like, I don't know. I love Bone Temple. I don't want recency bias to get me, because I did walk out of Bone Temple being like, that was fucking awesome.
Sure.
So I think
me too.
I mean, just based on my star ratings. Yeah.
Shout out, man.
Based on my star ratings. But The Drama, fuck man, The Drama is cinema. Like, man.
Yeah, drama's really
fucking awesome.
Bone Temple's out of my top 10 after this. Sorry, gents.
I just didn't feel like I did feel things with the drama, but just the array of things I felt in this movie it was just more and stronger than in the drama.
My top 5, which as a whole, like I haven't given out a ton of high ratings. Like my 5 through 3 are all 7 out of 10s, and then top 2 are higher. But my top 5, in the 5, it's Iron Lung, which is a movie I think I'm the only one who's seen, and I think I liked it more than most people. I want to rewatch it just because, like,
that's in your 5.
That's in my 5, yeah. At a 7 out of 10. Then The Drama, also a 7. Then Hoppers, which those 2 I kind of go back and forth on, but I liked Hoppers. And then Obsession, the runner-up, at a 4-star, and Project Hail Mary 4.5 stars.
My top 5 are Michael at number 5, The Bone Temple at number 4, The Drama at number 3, Obsession at number 2, and Project Hail Mary at number 1.
Okay, so the only thing, Charley, ours are like literally exactly the same, except I just have Obsession over, well, our top movies, except I have Nirvana. So Michael bumps to 6, and Nirvana's at 2.
Nirvana,
so
yeah.
The order's different, but the movies are all there.
Wait, by the way, because I said a couple weeks ago that I would watch Nirvana. Did you watch the show before watching the movie?
No,
because there's a show called Nirvana the Band, the show. Okay, you just watched the movie.
Yeah, gotcha. I just watched the movie, and you should be fine with it. You should be fine just watching the movie. But yeah. I like my list so far. I think everything's in a good spot. Ben, you'd be proud of me. I've tried to crack down a little bit. I'm like, you know what? I want to save my 5 out of 5 stars. Like Project Hail Mary almost got me, but I held strong. Nirvana got close, but there's just I'm like I can't be handing these out like it's Christmas candy or Halloween candy. So I have 4.5 star movies. Everything else is 4 or less. So I need my props. Man.
I mean, I have one, but good for you.
What is Project Hail Mary your 5?
4.5 stars?
I have one.
No, he has 1
4.5.
4.5.
4. Gotcha.
But wait, which one is that one? Project Hail Mary?
Project
No.
Hail Mary.
What? Really? I thought you only gave it 4 stars.
I said I was going back and forth. It
Oh.
landed at 4.5.
Yeah, I mean, I love the drama. I love Nirvana. I love Bone Temple. So yeah, I can't compromise anymore.
I only have Project Hail Mary and Obsession, 4.5 stars.
But I noticed this, like looking at last year, by the time we hit like late June and then July through September, so many of my top movies of the year started to fill in. Like other than Sinners, everything else was like mid to late year. Like it was Superman,
Yeah.
F1, Frankenstein, like a lot of heavy hitters towards the end of the year. So I think we're gonna
literally
get that-
everything for
right.
me.
Yeah. So,
Aside from Sinners, yeah.
right. So I'm expecting that to happen again, considering I've given out 1 4.5 and 1 4. It's like I'm certain that a lot of the summer movies and fall movies are going to clear those.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hit some 5 stars, and I'm not gonna be apologizing about it. It's gonna be one of those ones.
What do you think your
man.
first 5 star are going to be? Odyssey?
Man, that's a really good
That's
question.
a great question.
What would be the first 5-star movie of the year?
It's got to be Odyssey.
Uh,
I feel like it's got to be.
let me see.
Moana live action? Question mark?
First 5.5 star movie.
It's
It's nothing.
I'm gonna
before
say
then.
I'm gonna say something kind of crazy.
Don't say
First
it.
5-star movie for me. I think my first 5-star movie is gonna be Disclosure Day.
I
That
knew
fucking
it.
trailer
I
is
actually
so
knew
good.
it.
That trailer is so insanely good. I think that'll be my first 5-star movie. I have a feeling that he's gonna hit.
That's actually exactly what I thought you were gonna say.
I think my first 5-star movie is going to be Dune 3.
That's a great.
Oh,
take.
Dune 3 is gonna be my favorite movie of the year. Like I might as well just put it there right now. It'll be my favorite movie of the year. But
I just
Yeah.
don't. I could see the Odyssey getting 5 stars for me too, but maybe not.
I think it will. I don't know. I mean, with recent Christopher Nolan, I don't see how this could miss. Personally,
what do you think? What do you think y'all are gonna rate Spider-Man Brand New Day?
4.
Really? I might
Off
go
rip.
4.5 off on that one.
I'm
My
leaning
first feelings
more
are
towards
4.5.
4.5, but I could see.
I hope
myself
it
doing a
does,
4
but
as
I
well.
just I think it'll be a little lower. Trying to temper my expectations a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe Toy Story 5. Maybe Mandalorian and Grogu.
All right, buddy. All right.
All right, let's get out of here. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Words from the Nerds podcast. We will be back next week. We will hear a little bit more Attack on Titan talk. We might dive a little bit more into Gary. Charlie's going to finally watch some of the Punishment movies that he has had sitting for the last couple of months. And of course, we will also have the Boys finale and maybe The Mandalorian if these guys decide to check it out. So,
Well, of course, Saturday tickets already booked,
Yeah,
baby.
why-
Let's go.
why would I
Thursday
not?
tickets, actually.
Why would I not
Thursday
watch that, buddy?
hey, I've had my tickets for like a month, so I'm just,
Hey,
I'm
I
a little
have two.
upset.
I'm right here. I'll pull up my receipts.
Okay, I haven't bought I don't ever buy tickets unless it's for a Marvel movie, like way out.
really, I do it every time.
No, yeah, don't
I like
do that.
picking my seat.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
no, I still get to
Come
pick
on,
my
man.
seat. My town, stuff does not fill up unless it's a Marvel movie. If it's a Marvel movie, it fills up.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You go to the theater like alone. Nobody in
What?
your town goes to see movies.
Oh, I was so confused. Actually, Obsession, wow, Obsession
holy
was
fuck,
full. Obsession was actually full.
Inception. Inception.
Bro said
Yeah,
Extraction.
that one. I didn't see that one at theater. So,
April.
Stupid.
Okay,
April
we're
17th.
doxing. Okay.
Dang, April
April 17th,
17th,
baby.
That's actually that was a month ago. You bought these tickets a month ago. Crazy.
Wait, actually, I need to see if I'm earlier because this would be really embarrassing for my brand.
What were you saying, Charlie?
What was it? What was it? Actually,
You
I
beat
forgot.
me.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm kind of.
Let's go.
It's
What day?
It's April 23rd.
Dang!
Oh my gosh, I
bro,
almost beat you by
he
a
beat you by a week. What the flip?
Well, okay. I was waiting on like 5 people to see if they were coming or not, and I had to wait, get answers, and then I got the tickets. So
Sure. See what I do? I'll buy the seats, and then like if they want more seats, I'll just buy them later. Buy them after.
what if you need less seats?
Return? You can return if you buy them individually. You can return.
Whoa,
Them.
what'd you just call Ben? Yo.
Yeah, you called me return.
That's crazy.
That's
You can
crazy.
refund. You can refund seats. At least with Cinemark,
Oh,
it's
so I'm
really easy.
refunded as well. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's get out of here.
What I was saying was, I'm actually kind of bummed though. The only thing I'm bummed about with getting so into Attack on Titan is that I've been strictly watching that, and as I told you guys that I started my rewatch of The Mandalorian, and that's gone and forgotten. So hopefully,
Dude,
I'll be
that's crazy.
Got a
okay
couple
going
days.
into the movie. Hopefully, I'll be okay going into the movie.
I can't
Having
believe
not
you
seen
went
season
with
3.
this, Sam.
You're probably in the best position then.
There's no like major lore stuff in season 3 that you think will be relevant in the movie.
I don't think so, to be honest with you.
I think you'd be better off just watching the Boba Fett episode rather than watching season 3. Like you watch season 2 and then the Boba Fett episode, and you're pretty much good.
Yeah. Because that Boba Fett episode is one of the best episodes of The Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just
Yeah, great.
you know.
I loved that discourse when it was all happening.
Right,
It was
it's
awesome.
great.
All right, send us home, baby.
Yep. Big week next week. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will see you all next time. Sayonara.
Adios.
Oh,
Actually quitting.
no, yeah. Hold on. We got to sit on that one for a little bit.